You don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house or in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
What's up, everybody? Once again, happy Monday to each and every one of yous. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful start to their week. Please, on your way in, make sure you like and share the video. And, of course, subscribe to the Hood Table if you happen to be new here. Now, it is set on subscriber-only mode. So, for the first 5 minutes, if you are not a subscriber, become a subscriber, okay? And then after 5 minutes, you can comment in the chat. That is, if you want to comment in the chat. But other than that, we do offer memberships over here. We are going to start having members only lives as well. And also, you guys, I did pin the link because there's some people supposed to join me this evening. So I did pin the StreamYard link because we is going to have a conversation in my Larry Reed voice. And it's several topics that I want to focus on that I didn't focus on earlier because of a time restriction. So please come on in and settle down, settle in. Make sure you like and share the video, please. And thank you very much. Now, our dear Lady Nika, one of the OG, triple OG, she went live earlier today. And we had been hearing that Lady Nika, she was, I don't want to say on her sick bed, but she has been ill and dealing with, the effects of lupus. I have family members who have that, unfortunate thing, disease or whatever you want to call it, sickness, illness. And one of my cousins who has it, they're not as well as Nika, even though Nika might have certain complications, but my cousin actually is on an oxygen tank. She can't even take a few breaths without being on an oxygen tank. And I just say that to say, people who dealing with lupus, there is some severe side effects with that. And I'm just glad Lady Nika is okay. I'm just glad that Lady Nika is okay because everybody is exemplified different symptoms. It also depends on, how you have taken care of yourself before you were diagnosed. It also depends on your age also and other different elements of your lifestyle. From what I heard from people who are close to me who deals with lupus. And I also had a friend who passed away at a very, very young age of 19. From lupus. We didn't even know what lupus was back then. And when she went into the hospital sick, she never came home. And I'm telling you, when we was partying and turning up off of 30th, man, for the people who live here, for my Omaha piece, to the people who live here across the street from Pinckney Street, across the street from the motherfucking Howard Kennedy, when we was over there kicking it one day with her, and the next day her husband said she was in the hospital. We like, damn, what the hell happened to her? What's wrong with her? She was all good the day before, and she went to the hospital and never returned, and had just literally got married a few months before that. So, that was one of my high school buddies, and, rest in peace. But anyway, I'm glad that Lady Nika is doing okay. I really am. But yeah, we about to get into some things. And let me make sure this is my girl. Let me put up the banner. I'm pretty sure this is you. Matter of fact, I can check the authentication. Okay, yeah, that's you. Okay. Hey, hello.
Look what I did. You see the hat, the dollar sign?
Yay! Yes, I've been waiting on you to do that.
Girl, that's why I'm late. I was like, let me try this real quick. Okay, so I did it. But how you doing?
I am doing wonderful. I hope you're doing okay as well.
I'm doing all right.
That's
Okay.
good. We missed you this morning.
I know, right?
It's been a lot going on, child. I'm like, every time I turn around, somebody else's live. I'm like, I need to just get my shit off and just, go live. Just, go
I
live.
don't know though. I kind of feel like when there's three people live and one got 500, the other got 300, the other got 200 something, it might be okay to wait half hour or something, let it cool off. But that's just me if I had my channel. I know you
Girl,
do
I've been
not
waiting
care.
4 5 hours.
Nika just ended her live a little bit ago.
Nika was live for about an hour and a half. Ronnie Q been live for about an hour. Deanna was
Yeah,
live
but
for about an hour. I'm like, whoever is
girl,
here,
they was all live at two of them was live at the same
and
time.
it don't even matter. It does not
No,
to
you
me
you never care
because
about that
I'm
kind
not
of stuff.
gonna sit around. I didn't learn from experience. You sit around and keep waiting on people to finish their lives, and you won't go live,
Yeah,
or it'll
but
be midnight
sometimes
or 1 in the morning. But by the time you go live,
yeah, but sometimes this is me. That sometimes though, if something big happens and people that beef with that person go live, and there might be a little bit more tea or something you might just miss. You ain't gotta stay.
did I miss something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, but did I miss something?
Huh?
Did I miss anything?
No, I'm just saying sometimes. Not
Oh,
this time.
because when it's something like that, yeah, I'll wait. But as a content creator, you cannot always wait to go live. Like you got to get in where you fit in. And if it ain't no breaking news, no shit like that, I'm not gonna be waiting all day to go live. No, sir, no,
I
ma'am.
was just
Whoever will
interested
be here will be
because
here.
when Ronnie Q went live, Yaya mods in that chat, and she hadn't been in Nika's, and Nika had discussed her. So I thought that she just might hit the link or, drop a little tea in the chat, and she kind of did.
Well, I didn't see it because I went to Deanna's live
Right,
when
right.
Deanna
Because
was
I knew you were over there, so I stayed in there with Ronnie Q to see so we could double team it.
Well, anyway, I still stand on my shit. As a content creator, you can't always keep waiting for people to finish live because what happens is people are just sitting waiting in the wind. Like it might be 10 content creators ready to go live. And as soon as somebody end, then somebody else go. Oh, I gotta wait for them. As soon as they end, oh, somebody else go. Now I gotta wait for them. As soon as somebody end, like that's just the game. When
But
it
don't
comes
you
to
think
content and stuff
sometimes
like that.
most people do recaps of what happened and somebody really might actually have some tea? I'm just saying, I know that's what you've always said,
And
so
that's when I
it
go live
doesn't
again.
I'm not a content creator, so it doesn't matter to me.
And
You
that's
know what
what
I'm
that's when
saying?
I'll go live again.
Mm-mm.
That's when I'll go live again. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Shit. I don't be tripping whether it's 100 people over here, 30 people over here, 300 people over here. I'm gonna go
or
live.
three. Or
Okay,
three.
or three, or
Right.
three. I didn't
Right.
have from 3 on up.
Yeah.
So if people got other places better to be, then feel free to go over there to wherever you want to go. But as far as me, I'm gonna go live. And the reason why I am going live right now is because of the simple fact I might have to go live again later to discuss a different topic. But for
What
right
topic?
now,
What topic,
I'll
girl?
save that for later. I'll say that for later if I decide to go live. But if I do, I'll let you know. I just don't want to let everybody know.
Okay.
Yeah. But what's up, T Danielle and Happy Life and Nova and Rennie and HB? Thank you, Room Shaker, for
Hey,
hitting
T.
the live this
Daniel.
morning. Yes, thank you so much. And shout out to all the members. Happy Life included. Happy Life. What's up? What's going on? I hope you've been staying out of trouble, boo. I hope. I hope. But anyway, so
Hey, Rennie.
chance to
Hey, Roxy.
I got a chance to watch a couple of more videos today. And
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do a little bit of commentary on what I saw on Lemons. And I also want to do a little bit of commentary on what we saw at Nika's.
Okay.
But let's do Lemon first, okay? With
Okay.
Brooke. So Brooke is still a hot topic in the B sector and other sectors, by the way. And we're still going with storyline after storyline, excuse after excuse on why she did what she did, right?
Right.
And now it's a social, the latest thing has been it's a social experiment, but, and I'm gonna ask you your opinion too, Corio, and anybody in the chat. When you say social experiment, and you faked the whole pregnancy for social experiment, did you have to put a pillow under your belly? Did you have to post a picture of somebody else's child and share it or share it with certain individuals? Did you have to come on here and say if anybody want to donate? Did you have to do any of those things first of all? Second of all, if it's a social experiment and you really are taking care of a baby that might be family, what are you like doing a social experiment on their child or your fake baby? Because if it's their child has nothing to do with you two. Their child would never get discussed, get talked about, dragged, or anything else because we don't know anything really about that child. So when she comes on strong now saying it's a social experiment and we all need to basically get over it, like what I heard recently was, oh well, I lied on me and I lied on nobody else. And there's other people who out here lying and doxing and doing all this. I done did my YouTube time. I done did my YouTube dues. And y'all need to get over it. It's been a few weeks. Y'all done dragged me. Y'all done lit me up. Now can we just move on? And she wants my stick backs and everything from like Lemon and other people.
Let me know when you want me to go,
Go
boo.
ahead, go ahead, child. Please do.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Lemon talked about her because I don't know if they were on the phone or she commented to him or sent him an email or what, but she asked for her mod stick back. And it's like, first of all, it's been some weeks, and there's a reason it's been some weeks because folks tired of your bullshit. Okay? We've been putting up with Brooke's bullshit ever since she came over here from the R. Kelly sector. It's always been one thing or another. And I think Brooke is trying to getting her mod sticks. She feels is going to ease her back in because nobody wants to be bothered with her. You see what I'm saying? So if she has a mod stick, then she can be in the chats, she can be seen, and she thinks people are going to slowly get used to seeing her. But my thing is, you know, Brooke has never been liked over here. Even, with people, even with content creators, except for maybe Ness. But in Bree's chat, Nika's chats, people people eat her up alive. They don't like her. And therein lies the point of the fact that after every competition she would enter, she would go off, fire off a live, complain, cry, bitch, and moan that people didn't like her, and that's why she lost. So, it. My thing is, why would you take a poll out on your page, on your community wall? Everybody, you asked for everyone to participate in the poll. A lot of people did, and 80 something percent of the people said no, stay away. So, but instead of listening to that, because there are other sectors you could go to, you still want to force yourself onto people that you already know didn't care for you. But now you've made it even harder for yourself, and probably even more people don't respect what you did. And you expect people to give you your mind sticks back, and you expect us to get over it. You compare somebody lying about wanting to get an electric bike, a new electric bike, over lying about a whole pregnancy, birth, and having a toddler. And like you said, asking for donations, and now you lying about it because she swears up and down she didn't get any money.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Mm-hmm.
I, I mean, all these things are on video. Shelly Hutchinson has showed receipts. And this morning on Ronnie Q's panel, Shelly said that BA Superstar, who is down in your chat a lot, she comes to your lives a lot, she's cool as hell. She was one of the ones that gave Brooke, I think it was the $50 receipt that Shelly showed.
Right.
And BA Superstar is a single mother. And I'm not saying BA Superstar might not be a millionaire, might not, you know what I'm saying? But my point is, she's still a single mother. And so you have people like this showing you grace and mercy, and all you can say is, so what? Other people in the sector lied. I lied. Get over it. Y'all just mad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all lie about being cute. And it's like, everything ain't about looks.
That ain't even hitting
Girl,
the surface, Choreo. Like, and I know you know that. I'm just saying,
I
like,
know.
even people from other sectors, we now got guys going in on her because Lemon was like, okay, if somebody told me they have a new car and I find out they don't have a new car,
Mm,
okay, I might not make that such a big deal. But you
mm-hmm.
lied about having a whole baby and you went through the whole experience of carrying a baby all those 9 months, talking about how you eat and then your urges and your, you know,
Yes.
things like that, like what you got a taste for and all kind of things
But
like
she lied and said she didn't say that.
that.
She said she never claimed she had urges. I specifically remember her talking about urges.
And a lot of other people do. And then after that, you telling people I'm in the hospital. Then you posting pictures of a baby. Then like the child should be like 2 years old, damn near in kindergarten by now. Nah, just 2 years old. But the fact that you still carried on this lie and you're now after 5 other 10, 11 excuses of why you lied, now we're up to the social experiment. And this social experiment wouldn't have ever been even deaded because your husband, who I still believe is your husband, I still don't believe that either one of y'all went down to file any type of divorce paperwork, but that's just me. I could be wrong. But if it wasn't for him dropping all type of hints in the chats, how long would this social experiment would have went? To
It
like
wouldn't.
the 12th grade, college?
Oh, it would have. And I sincerely believe she never would have told it. She would have stuck with the lie. Then it would have been birthdays. Then it would have been, all kinds of little different things. And even not even her bringing it up, but maybe somebody saying, Brooke, when's the baby's birthday? And kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure that after a while it would have been uneasy, because that's a lot to remember. You got to remember a birthday, you got to remember this, you got to remember the lies you told during the pregnancy, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot to remember. So I'm sure she had regrets.
And like most people who aren't truthful, they don't usually confess or, cop to a crime until
I'm
they're
here.
outed, until
I'm
they're caught.
sorry. Right. I
Most
I,
people don't,
I
they'll never confess until they're caught.
exactly. And I feel personally that she would have kept lying until she decided to leave YouTube.
Yep.
She would have been talking about Her daughter is engaged and getting married and stuff. I just think that, and I still don't understand people that lie like that unnecessarily. Why would you already got children? Why lie that you had another one?
Because
What?
I always say you ain't got a lot to kick it. That's an old school saying, right?
Yes, yes,
You ain't got a lot to kick it. That's from like the 90s, the early
yes,
2000s, whenever. And
yes,
what I don't understand from people who are on social media, especially in YouTube, the B sector, is why you have to lie. You don't have to lie about anything. Omit, omit, omit. Like, you don't have to come on here and say anything about a husband, a child, a job, a home, a car, your
right,
dog, your cat, your hair, your eyes, especially if you're not on camera. You don't have to
right,
come on here and say anything.
right, right, right.
Just don't even bring it up. Why lie about shit?
Exactly. I don't get it because I've been asked questions, and if I don't feel comfortable with asking, I've had people just innocently ask me, "When's your birthday?" or "What sign are you?" And it's something easy, something that's easy you could answer, but I always just say, "I don't want to discuss it," or "I don't talk about that." How hard is that to say? Because people know where we
Right.
are. They understand why you don't want to, maybe. It could be many different reasons, but they get it. You know what I'm saying? We're on social media.
Right.
And
And the
I
fact that we're on social media, Brooke should get it too. A lot of people are not so accepting of your behavior because you still haven't flat out said, I just lied to be lying.
yeah.
That's what
Well,
people want to hear.
yeah.
Now, people are also saying, Corio, that people might be forgiving of her or more accepting. I think it's way past that point now. If she even came out today, tonight, or tomorrow and said, okay, bitches, I just lied because I lied. Because I felt like fucking lying. Like, I don't think it'll smooth over the way people think it will.
Well, now there's certain content creators over here that love to support problematic people, problematic other content creators that are problematic.
That is true.
We've seen it before. So eventually, I suppose other content creators will start letting her on their panel, and she'll be up there giggling and laughing, doing the most, and eating and smacking and slurping and stuff. But it's going to be the subscribers that have the long memory and are not going to forget it. You see
Do you
what I'm
see P.
saying?
Danielle's
Because,
comment?
no, what'd she say?
Posted about how much she dilated.
You know what? I think I remember. I think I remember. You know what? I think I remember all that because it was a big deal. Because it was like Brooke pregnant, Brooke labor watch. I remember when she would be on panels arguing with people and cussing and fussing and shit. Everybody would be like, "Brooke, calm down, calm down. You know you're pregnant. The baby will feel all that. Calm down. I'm not. Y'all shut up. I'm not gonna have Brooke up here yelling and arguing. Y'all leave Brooke alone. If you keep arguing with Brooke, I'ma drop you." And it's like, first of all, I never
People are
believed.
treating her so fragile.
Oh, and I never believed she was pregnant from the get. Now, when I didn't believe it from the beginning, but then when she showed that picture of her stomach, she got me because I'm like, that looks like that's a pregnant belly. And so she had me. I'm like, well, maybe, this girl is pregnant. And then when you didn't hear a baby in the background, she really didn't even talk about it. If you think about it, after she supposedly had the baby, she didn't even talk about it. And I have girlfriends growing up, family members. Girl, you know how y'all are when y'all had that newborn baby. That's all y'all talk about. The baby said this. Girl, you know Pampers. Girl, the bottle. Girl, formula. Girl, the bath. Girl, the this. That's all y'all can talk about is y'all's new baby. And she never even talked about that baby when she was up on panels.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. Now, what she's saying now is, I didn't talk about my kids for a year and a half or something because of, now, Corio, you might have heard it. Other people in the chat might have heard it. But I don't recall all these threats like blowing her children's heads. When
Girl.
did this happen? Like, where the heck was I?
Did
Like,
she
you had people out here threatening to blow your head. What?
Oh,
What?
did she say who said it? That's the problem I
No.
have. Because if that was the truth and I'm in all this quote unquote hot water with the sector that you're not a part of, you've never been beef sector, Brooke, um, I would go ahead and name names.
Not only name names, but we see people running the court all the time in the B sector. You ain't ran to nobody's courthouse and said this
Cause,
person threatened my child.
Cause she run to the courthouse for other shit.
I'm
Remember
just
she
saying,
ran
if
to the
somebody
courthouse?
threatened my child, Corio, if somebody threatened your dog to do
Girl,
something like that, I'm calling
girl.
Peter. We calling Peter.
But she run to the courthouse for all kinds of other shit. So why couldn't she run to the courthouse and do something about, because she feels this strongly, about people discussing her kids, which she has all right to do. But instead of doing that, you did a fake ass social experiment,
Child,
like
you know
she's
what?
going like she's going for her doctorate degree or
That's what someone,
something.
you know what Cam
Like
said? You know what
who?
Cam said? You know what Cam Talk Too Much said that nobody has said?
What?
He said, "Is you a fucking scientist?"
Exactly.
Like,
Like she's
who
doing
does experiments like
research.
that? It's usually teachers, scientists,
Right.
people with doctrines, people with like
Yeah. Not just Jenny around the block that does runway shows in her work bathroom. And I'm going to go on mute. Shit.
no, for real though. Like, and then Lynette, hold up. Lynette said, and as much as she lied, would it have been better for her to say she lost the imaginary baby before it gotten this far out of hand?
Well, then it would have been more payola. Because then you got the funeral, you need flowers, you need clothes to bury the baby, you need money for the funeral itself, the casket. You know what I'm saying? Then
People would have been donating for flowers, for food, for the casket, for the homegoing.
everything.
Man, it would
Everything.
have been money left and right. And the thing about it is, Corio, we know how this sector is and how social media is. And when people really think somebody is in a need or a tragedy has happened, just like be a superstar. Did Brooke specifically say, be a superstar? Could you send me $50 for this baby?
No.
No,
No.
she sent it out of the kindness and goodness of her heart,
Of her
even though
heart.
she's a single parent who today she said she has a child who's a senior. So basically, when she sent her that money, her child would have been like a junior.
Exactly.
And regardless of what your child is, like Cam said, you took money out of people's mouths. And
That's
we
right.
really have no idea how much money she took from different people.
We don't know, but according to her, it was what, none? I mean, at least just a lie and say it was no more than $50. But you're just saying, if I'm not mistaken, isn't she still sticking to she
She
didn't
keeps
get
saying
the money?
none. Even
Right,
when she was on Lemon's panel, when she was
right.
going back and forth with Cam, she was like, "Well, I ain't took no money. I ain't stole no money. I ain't asked nobody for shit." And then Cam was like, because he kept jumping up and off the panel. And when he came back, he was like, "So hold up. Whoever sent her money, I'll pay her debt. You know, this lying Jezebel ass heifer. I'll pay her." That shit was so funny. He was like, "I'll pay her debt. Just send me a screenshot, send me proof, and I will pay her debt."
Yeah, and here's another thing I don't understand about her. You call yourself B sector, B sector doesn't call you B sector. I put in my time here. Well, did nobody ask you to? And nobody has liked you since you came over except for a handful of people. Let's keep it a buck. But the thing about it though is, what I don't understand about you, Brooke, is why do you want to be someplace where you're not wanted? And if you had any doubts, let's go back to that poll you put up. My grandmother and my mother, my family has always been told and raised, go where you're appreciated. You see what I'm saying? Not tolerated. I wish I would stay in a sector that everywhere I go, since I like to hop on panels and I like to read the chat, that everybody in the chat is just eating me up, going at me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has anything positive to say. The only positive things you hear are what you say for yourself. I mean, like I said, are people over here that like her, but they're few and far between. I have always been that way. And I don't know.
Mhm.
I just don't understand what it is about a person that no matter what, because you're not going to make us like you. That you can't force us to like you. And maybe that's why she did the baby thing. You think?
Hey, you see our girl Southern Conspiracies. Where you been, girl? I miss you so much. She said she's giving Carly Russell I saw a baby on the highway vibes.
That is true. That is true. But why do you think she did it? I think it's because she has always tried to get people over here to like her. And for some reason, she focused in on that and tried to use that. And I don't know.
Child, happy like talking about Brooke can't catch a break. If you stop lying, maybe you could catch a break. And you know what I also heard was people saying, as far as her husband, Malik, how they just think he's just so upstanding, because he wasn't out here lying about the baby and saying there's a baby and woo woo woo. How do y'all consider him such an upstanding person when he sat there for almost 2 years while she lied and they were together?
Right,
What
because
kind of husband allows that?
I don't know, but I was always taught that a lie by omission is still a lie. So
That part.
I'm with you. You didn't. I remember when she was asked, and there was something going on, and I believe, well, on different people's panels during, in the past during all this pregnancy stuff, because people really start getting vocal about it after she well, no, they've always been vocal about it, but anyway, something was going on, and I remember he was in the chat and they asked him, Malik, just write in the chat, is Brooke really pregnant? Or did Brooke have a baby? And the closest he really, back then, he would say is, I don't know, ask Brooke.
Yep, that's what he would always say. Ask Brooke. I don't know. And what's up, Peeper Again? Now, Peeper Again said, "Who said Malik was upstanding?" It wasn't even that word, Peeper. I'm just trying to think of a word because I can't remember what it was. But the word that they used was even better than that. The word that I heard somebody today use was even better than that. They made it seem like Malik was so great and he did a great thing and he's not as bad as her and he's not. I mean, I can't even remember the word that they
Well,
used.
Rodney jumped up on Lemon's panel. I didn't see this, but they said he went after Malik and was fussing at Malik for not standing by, like backing Brooke up, even though she was lying.
And
Even
that was crazy. Like,
right, and they said he went after Malik for, you know. I'm like, man, that boy,
how you
he could.
go after Malik saying you should stand by your wife? This whole, first of all, she out here flirting with a whole nother nigga, planning to go Vegas with a whole nother nigga, and he's supposed to stand by your wife. you
Right.
know, this whole time, and continue to lies with her while he's getting like humiliated. Well, online, some people think he's getting humiliated by what happened with Pills and Brooke. You know what I'm saying? And he's supposed to just be like, just keep her lie. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for, that's one thing, Malik, I give you that. You didn't necessarily just come out right and say that's a lying ass motherfucker, but you did drop little hints here and there that led us to believe that she was lying. And had she not had been outed by him, I truly believe she would have had some damn ghost grandkids by that baby.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it'd be college, it'd be she got a job, the girl that bought a house, had kids, got married, we sending money for bridal showers and all kind of shit.
Well, let me just say this. Let me finish about Rodney's ass. You gonna sit up there and fuss at Malik for not supporting his wife in her bullshit, but you can, but you can go after a woman that has never did anything to you. Make that make sense. See, that's he try. See, he does too much, and he's another non-beef sector. I want to be a beef sector no matter what person, and it's like,
Hmm.
these are people that just lie at the drop of a hat, lie when there's videos, lie when the person is right on the panel telling them they're a liar. Just lie, 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 lie. And so I put all of them in a basket, and I'm just gonna, I hate to say it, but people that support Brooke after all this, I'm just gonna be giving them the side eye. Because if you support Brooke in this, what are you doing? Does that make
Child.
sense? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And I'm not even gonna be messy. I'm not even gonna be messy. But Illuminegro and Light and already said Honest Roll was on his top. So you mean to tell me that Honest Roll was on Malik's top as far as him and Brooke playing us when Honest Roll been getting played trip after trip this whole summer?
Is he still going? I don't want to talk about Vegas. I really don't. I really don't.
You know what?
Because I'm not up on it, and I don't even know if I want to be anymore.
I don't even.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
Did somebody get their $100 back?
mm-mm. Hell no. And let me say that real quick. Okay, so her name is D. Lynn, right? So she was one of the main ones that thought up this back to school fundraising shit, right? That's after all the hunting him down, all that bullshit. She gave him the money. So how about she didn't even show up for the fundraiser? She was a whole no show. And I
I heard that.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
Pizza said she was the main one talking about she was gonna give, and then they said that she was online somewhere with 7 stacks showing seven, either it was seven or
Yep,
nine
I had said 9, but
stacks.
I think it was 7. Yeah, I think it was
Right,
7.
7 stacks, but you gonna volunteer all this help and then don't show up. And then they said that she ended up when Shakim, I think he was on YouTube cameras panel, she gonna drop down in the chat. So you see what I'm saying? And then I
Mhm.
heard Pizza say that she gives money to the men,
That's what I
but
heard too, that she supports the men. Uh-huh.
she does. So yeah, that's all I know. But now, okay, nobody knew her that I know of. She came out. I've
Just came
never.
out of nowhere, and that's why I said at the beginning, what, Corio?
It's a play.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Now she nobody knew her. She come out of the blue. But now she was in Mrs. Olivia chat. I saw her in Lady Nika's chat. I saw her here. I saw her there. So, like you said, I think that was all a play. I think she's possibly a Umar person, leading with money. But
Even though somebody did tell us in our chat that she wasn't, right?
right, well, yeah,
Yeah.
but just because you over there doesn't mean that you know everybody that's over there. People go on vacation, people get tired. They, you know what I'm saying? They don't. Maybe just since you've been over there, they haven't went live. There are people over here that when Peace Love hit Yaya's panel, there was people in the chat going, "Who's that? I've never seen her before. Who's that?" So it could be the same thing with D. Lynn. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
You
because we got so much cross support. A lot of people don't know who Peace Love is, and a
exactly, and the
lot of
same
us.
thing over there. There's no way. They said they had maybe 100 to 200 people in that sector. You think we know all of them? They've only been over here for like 120 days or so.
But
You
girl,
think?
speaking of Shakim, did you hear him over lemons when Cam hit the panel? He said, "We don't want you over here. We don't want you over here." I was like, "Nigga, we don't want you over here." What?
And here he go. Here he go. We don't do that in the B sector. And it's like, I wish Lemon would correct him.
He
But
done
I
dragged
imagine
every female over
Lemon's
here, talked
probably
under their
tired of telling
clothes.
him.
Like how you
Lemon's
talking under people's clothes over here, the females, and dragging all the females. Then you gonna tell Cam we don't what? Child.
See, here's the thing. We accepted Mo 3 and the black sector. Well, certain ones in the black sector. So
It was the
nobody.
way they came in.
Yeah, and nobody wants to be bothered with y'all. So he still got the King of the B sector in his name. He still jumps on panels. Now he talking about when someone did confront him about he's not B sector. I think it was Jay Wilson in the chat going, "But you're not B sector." He was like, "I know I'm not B sector. I'm not trying to be B sector." In the next 4 minutes, we don't do that in the B sector. And it's like, you
And
know.
now his name is what?
Shakim Rod, King of the Beef Sector. I think that's what it said last night
Right.
in Lemons. Yeah.
Right.
So,
And when I
but
was
it,
watching Lemons last night again, he was telling him and Cam start going at it because Cam and Brooke was going at it. And who else jumped into the argument? Shireen.
girl, what?
Did you see that shit? She
And
talking about
wasn't it?
we
And
from Bmore. We from what why you
wasn't
up
even.
here,
Why was she repping her set when we talking about a whole woman that faked a pregnancy for 2 years, and the only thing you could jump up there and do is say we from B more? Why you?
You know what? She was a whole gang member before that IHOP situation,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you went and filed charges on somebody else that you were harassing who smacked you upside the head and knocked you down. But we from B-More. We ain't got to explain shit. Don't be repping no B-More and repping no sets and all that shit. When your ass who was harassing somebody and stalking people ran up on them on the IHOP and you got smacked down and knocked down and you went to the cops. But you trying to tell Brooke, you don't gotta explain your shit. We from B-More. We from B.
And it didn't even make any sense.
Girl,
And she
bye.
just kept on and on and on and on. And it's like, you're not funny. You're not anyway, girl. I just didn't understand. Even Brooke was like, "What? What are you what?" And here's
Brooke
the
said she
funny
done
part.
repented to God,
Brooke
girl.
wasn't even really explaining herself. All
Nope.
she was doing is just saying, "I didn't do that. I didn't do that." She wasn't going into any detail enough for you to jump up there and
It was a lot. It was a lot. But Brooke claims she asked God for forgiveness, and
yeah.
it's up to God to forgive her. And
And she
like Tupac said, only God can judge me now. And you guys need to move along and accept that y'all can't judge me. I'm good with the Lord. So it
said,
is what it is.
"I asked the Lord for forgiveness.
Yep.
Uh, God has forgiven me, and God don't play about me."
God don't play about
I'm
his.
like,
That's what she
okay.
said. And I'm like, I wonder how God feels about somebody lying for 2 years and about a mysterious, unidentified ghost ass baby who you accepted money for. And BA Superstar, she said today in my chat earlier that she ain't never got her money back.
She ain't gonna get it back.
So how does God, did he look past all that?
Yeah, everybody that sent her money, she's not. You're. I know they know she's never. She won't even admit she got
Wow.
a dime. But how about today on Ranky's Live when Shelly was up there? Why did she say a while ago that Brooke had told her that she had had a whole hysterectomy?
That's what a lot of people recall, even Shelly. That's what they recall, her saying she couldn't even have kids anymore.
Yeah,
Now, me personally, I wasn't even watching Brooke like that back then.
never.
So I
Never
don't
seen her.
recall that. I'm not saying she didn't say it. I'm just saying I didn't hear it.
There are just certain people that see, when I don't like you in real life, I don't fuck with you. I'm not fake. I'm not phony. I don't want to talk to you. I'm definitely not going to be around in your circle hovering. I'm not going to sit down, break bread with you. I'm not going to have a drink with you. You're not coming over my shit. I'm not coming over your shit. I don't fuck with you. And that's the way I am on here. If I don't fuck with you, you know how I am, Hood Table. I'm not watching your shit. So I've
Yep.
never watched not 1 minute of one of her videos. Now I usually get my information when she's on other people's chat or when she does something fucked up and everybody talking about her.
Hmm.
But there's just some people I'm not gonna give a click and a view to.
Well, what do you think about when her and Cam was going back and forth? And Cam said, "Why are you lying about pregnancies?" Those he was like, "Are you in your 20s? Like, were you trying to speak it into
That's
existence?"
so funny.
And man, that was so funny. And he said, "Were you trying to speak it into existence?" And Brooke said, "Yeah, like you ran away from a nigga who you asked to pull up." And Cam was like, post your street, post your intersection." He was like, "I'll be there because you ain't got no baby to look after." Girl, I
He
was
was,
hollering. Then he
and then
started
he
singing,
told her,
"Baby, baby, baby,
yeah,
baby."
and then he told her as he said, I sure did. I sure did. I mean, at least he admitted his shit. He said, I sure did call the police. And
And he said, "I'll call him on see how quick the police pulled up." But when he started singing, "Baby, baby, baby, baby," I was like, "Cam,
it was
Cam,
just
if you don't
like,
stop."
and then somebody tried to bring up something about his child in the chat. He's like, and I didn't know that he had a child that passed. And my heart really went out to him. And I hate that and my condolences. But it's like people love to conflate a situation. Cause then they tried to start saying that people had donated for him to get a headstone for his child. Doesn't that sound familiar a little bit? And he was like, no,
Yep.
my child passed away 10 years ago, and we handled all that. He was like, so nobody gave me any money for that. But my thing is, there's people that have had all kinds of tragedies in their lives. So whenever, so we're gonna, so if I had a car and you wrecked your car, what does that have to do with me having a car because you wrecked yours? You understand what I'm saying? You can't
Exactly.
always equate one thing with another. And I think that's what we're going to have a lot of is people
And
going,
that's what she's doing, Corio. She's trying
yeah,
to equate what she did to a lot of the shit that other people did in the sector.
right, right. And it's just a lot.
It's a whole
And
lot.
I don't have any compassion for her. I don't feel sorry for her. I never will. And I'll never forget this. And that's the thing. She needs to understand that uh, every time you argue, every time you get up on the panel, people are going to be eating you up. No one's ever going to let you live this down, and nobody's going to forget it. And it's going to be brought up all the time. So be prepared if you stay here to just be arguing all the time.
Because you done gave 3, 4, 5, 11 lies. And I want to shout out everybody in the chat: Roxy, Rennie, Robin, Nova, Happy Life, T Danielle, I know we just been running our mouths up here, but Room Shaker, the
Sorry.
Southern Conspiracist. Who else? Who else? We got Vina. We got Very Carrie. Shout out to all the ones who are members. Shout out to you, Beans and Cornbread. Happy Life. Hey, we got Jimmy Jam here. We got Nova 718. We got Lynette. It's a lot of people in here. Some of these names I'm very familiar with, and some of them look kind of new. But of course, we got Peepa in here, and we got Negro, and who else we got? Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody, Corio.
I think so.
Yeah, so thank y'all all for joining us today. And of course, Verbal Assassin, my booski.
Hey,
Verbal Assassin.
Verbal.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had me cracking up earlier when she said Ness got an open face closet.
Deanna,
I,
Deanna crazy. Yeah, that's so damn crazy.
you know what? When I saw, you know what? I was looking at when I first seen her go live in her room, and I'm looking at the closet like, why the closet ain't got no door? Like, is
Maybe
it
they
just a
fell
cubby
off.
hole? Is it just a cubby space? A cubby hole?
Maybe it fell off. You know what I'm saying? And she just says, I don't know. I didn't see the live. I just saw a picture where she was trying on different outfits, and I did see clothes hanging up in the back, but I didn't notice that there was no doors. I did
Child,
not.
Ronnie Q had me cracking up. Why Ronnie Q showing all her outfits she was trying?
Girl.
But I didn't know they ship shoes in bags.
Wait, what?
Remember Ronnie Q said this morning, she said, never in my niggadom or whatever she said, have I ordered some shoes and they came in a plastic baggie, a Ziploc bag. I was like, what?
Wait, what? That must have been before I came in, cause
Because all the shoes she opened, you know how shoes normally come in a shoebox
yeah,
or,
I've
you
never had
know,
shoes that didn't come in a shoebox.
I guess that's how they do with Temu.
Oh, I've never
So she
ordered
was pulling out
anything
all
from
these
Temu.
shoes out of bags, and when I was watching, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just like, okay, you know. But then Ronnie Q said this morning, she was like, I ain't never ordered no shoes that came out of plastic baggie. I was like, huh? What?
I wonder if I don't know. I've never. Have you ever ordered anything from Temu?
I ain't ordered shit from Temu
Me
because
neither.
I have heard good reviews on certain things, but
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard bad reviews. So when I hear bad reviews over and over about a specific place, I don't
Mm-hmm.
usually tend to try my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just order off Amazon. And you know,
Yeah,
but Temu is very cheap, so I don't know, you know.
I know. My nieces and their friends order little cute stuff off of Temu, like little bracelet. You know what I'm saying? Little,
Yeah.
but I don't think they get that I know of. At least not my nieces. They don't get clothes. And I've never heard any of them say their shoes were from Temu, but I've seen them show little, necklaces, little cheap earrings,
And that might be cool little trinkets. And I even
Yeah,
went
and they're
on there before.
teenagers. Yeah.
Yeah, I even went on there before and saw certain things that I was like, oh, might buy this. But it has something to do with like kitchen utensils, pots and
Yeah.
pans, cake
Yeah.
decorating utensils, things like that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. I can use that to make my
Yeah.
cakes. But I still haven't ordered from them. And like some of the outfits that Net was showing, Ness, I said Net, that Ness was showing, some of them are really, really, really thin. Like really thin. I'm like, what the fuck? They make this child. You know what?
Well, I think that yellow one, that real pretty yellow,
Uh
that
huh.
like dress, little mini dress. I don't know. I'm thinking that because see, the back was out in that one. Remember, the whole back was out. It was
Uh huh.
kind of like a bandeau top to the dress. I'm thinking that if that's what I really saw, that her, I know black women have dark nipples. And I'm thinking with that yellow, as thin as that material was, that her nipple might show. And then the only reason I'm saying that is she'd have to get some coverings, like the nip covers.
Yeah, somebody even said get a yellow cup bra or something to
Yeah, but I
match it.
think it was out in the back. So if you don't mind your bra strap showing, that's why I was saying if she got some like tan or brown,
Well, you know they have the kind that you just tape to you as well.
that's what I'm talking about, the nipple covers.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you talking about the bra?
Or
Yeah,
the whole thing where you tape to
yeah,
your,
yeah,
like some of those superstars be
yeah.
doing and
But
stuff like.
Ness will figure it out. She'll figure it out. She must have had a plan if she ordered it. So
I don't know, because she said she ordered like $700-800 worth of shit, and it looked like over half the shit she was sending back. So I definitely don't want to order from Temu. That didn't give me any inspiration or motivation to
yeah,
even try.
I didn't see her live. I only went by Ronnie Q's pictures, so I didn't see the live. Huh?
Yep, yep. But that's yeah. So yeah, that's a little chit chat about Ness. I ain't really got a whole lot to say about her. She got a lot of things going on with other people right now, so I don't even want to really get into all that.
No.
Excuse me. But one thing I wanted to talk about. And what's up? How you doing? Who did I see in here? I missed somebody. I just saw their name. Oh,
Silky
the
Black
B Sector podcast.
and
What's up? How you doing? And Silky Black. What's up? How you
yeah,
doing, boo?
Silky's.
Remy said I bought some grandma t-shirts from Temu and the fabric had her sweating. See?
Had what?
Her sweating.
Oh wow.
Yep. So nope.
I wonder why. Okay.
Yep, yep, yep. But
Hmm.
the last thing I wanted to talk about, I told y'all we wasn't gonna be on here for long. But the last thing I wanted to talk about was the Lady Nika and the Nina and the Bree and the KRN situation, right?
Okay.
So let me just start off and then I'm gonna let you chime in, Corio. When it comes to KRN and Lady Nika, um, me personally, okay, so if me and you were really, really good Judies, right?
Yeah.
And somebody had accused you of doing something, and that somebody for some reason trusted me, knowing I'm your good Judy, and told me who really did it to him. I think that KRN already knew all along that Nika was going to tell Bree. She
Almost
probably actually told
definitely.
her immediately, expeditiously, because why hold on to that? I'm not going to hold on to no shit. And I'm seeing you out here slanging and banging, on social media, and I'm holding this information. Like,
Right.
why wouldn't I tell you to begin with? And Lady Nika, you as a friend, who wouldn't do something like that?
I
But
agree.
also at the same time, I would have thought it was a catch 22 from the beginning. Like, why would somebody who I happen to be cool with, yeah, y'all cool, but I'm real good friends with this other person that you slanging and banging with, and all these accusations and allegations and the whole sector thing, Bree did this and Bree did that. Like, I it's no, I don't think that he really is upset with Lady Nika. Like some people's like, Lady Nika, why did you tell? Why did you snitch? Why couldn't he trust you? Why? I think King Roman already knew. I just want to see. I just want to, get this out here and see who will slip the fastest or who will break the fastest. I think he already knew. And had that been him and K Fit, and somebody was doing that to K Fit, and he knew that somebody else had done something bad to somebody and not K Fit, I think he would have done the same thing. So on them two, I'm pretty neutral. Nika did what she did. King Roman, for whatever reason, he did what he did. But the thing is, he gave the three people three different names. I'm wondering who those other names are that other people got. And at the same time, who is still the real person who doxed him?
He said that. Didn't he say he had there were legal implications, and that's why he was not telling who really doxed him?
But this could kind of like, don't you think that could kind of like mess that up? by
Yeah,
telling other people three
no,
different other names. They're
no,
the
because
person who
I'm
really
sure.
doxed me.
No, because I remember he hired a investigator, so I'm sure he's got paperwork to submit. Remember, I really do believe that he has a lot of attorneys that are personal friends. Remember, because Grish, looked him up, and remember she went on this panel and said, "This man is not lying. He's got influence in high
Right,
places."
I'm just hoping
And
that don't backfire because even with an
how could
attorney,
it?
if okay, whoever doxed him is probably online watching us every day, right? And then they see that the person who's accusing them of something literally told three other people that it was somebody else, and they're out here swinging and banging and fighting and for their whole life, denying and all this kind of stuff.
I mean, but when you have a receipt showing who really did it, it doesn't matter who you told. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's
I
why I
see
don't
what
understand. That's why I don't see. That's where a lot of people don't understand. If you have a receipt of who really did it, then why even go out here and give three other people three different names?
I don't know. That's the part I didn't understand why exactly I'm sure he obviously had his reasons. I don't know if he was trying to just fuck with Bree or because he really, to me, didn't have a reason to test Lady Nika because they just, they have a YouTube ship, but I
Right.
don't think that they're, anything off of YouTube. So, I really don't understand. That's the only part I didn't understand is why are you testing these other three? I don't know if they're content creators, but let's just say Lady Nika, since we know about her. I just didn't understand why he,
And
put the,
that's where a lot of people are confused. It's like, okay, if you got the person, and you go into court and, your attorney is handling all that, then just not just deal with that. Why? And then when I was thinking about, I'm telling you, Corio,
mm,
when I first heard Bree come out, I swear I put this on my mama in heaven. When I first heard Bree come out and say it was Rocky, what's his name?
One
Rocky.
Pro.
Yeah. Wonky Pro. I already knew it wasn't because that would be too fucking easy. Like for King Roman to be talking to Lady Nika, and Lady Nika asks him who really did it, and he know how tight she is with Bree. Why would
But
he tell her the real name
I
if he
was
don't
in
want nobody else in the sector to know?
I was in the live. Well, I was in the bushes when that went down. And if memory serves me 100%, uh he was on the panel and I they were discussing it, and he was at the point where he was saying that he knew that Bree and Triple Red and that they weren't the ones who had doxed him.
Was that
And
on
so
mother panel when he
no,
admitted
it
that it?
was on
Oh,
Lady Nika's.
okay.
And so I believe, and then I'm not sure, but it came, he was like, "You want to know who it is?" And I think she said yes. And he said, "Okay, I'm gonna write it in the back chat."
In the back
And
chat.
so
Yep.
when he wrote it in the back chat, I remember Lady Nika going, "Oh well, I can see that." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah," you know what I'm saying? And so I remember everybody, even the people in the clouds, because I was like, well, y'all gonna tell it or what's gonna happen? But I do remember thinking, now you're beefing with
Free.
Bree. So why would you tell somebody that's really, really close to her?
Exactly.
But I don't know why he did it. I don't even
I
know.
knew.
I
I
would
would have
love to.
never did that if I was Bree because
But
I
that's why
knew.
it made it. Yeah, yeah. Because there's no way if I knew something about one of my girls and somebody told me who doesn't like, first, well, okay, say it happened. It would never happen with me because I'm going to stop you right at the gate. You're not going to talk about her to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm letting you know that depending on what it is if I go off or not. But I just want you to know, I want you to know I'm a teller. So if you want to tell me, it's at your own risk, because I'm a teller. Up front, that's what I'm gonna tell you. But say it went down
Yep.
like this. I'm a tell. It don't Y'all don't even have to be beefing. But let alone y'all beefing, and that's my girl. So he knew what he knew. I'm like you. He had to know that the people he told were gonna tell whoever. I
Yeah, he had to know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
That's why I said I know why Nika did it. I'm sure KRN had a purpose or a good reason to do it. Now, somebody in the chat said, hold up, where is it? Who is it?
Hey,
Creole?
Sassy.
Oh, Creole. Hey, Sassy Boo. Creole said he gave them the names before he find out she believed. Oh, so before his
Why
lawyers found out?
that doesn't make sense. Why would he give that? I mean, because it really could have been. He didn't say that in his live. He said he gave them all three different fake names. Because if he didn't know who had really doxed, he said he knew who doxed him a long time ago. This isn't anything new. So why, if he was just going to throw out names to three different people, wonder if one of them was really the person that doxed him? That doesn't. I
I
don't.
don't know.
No, he knew.
I hope he explained, and he might not explain. He might never explain.
No, he might
But it
never.
would be interesting on why he, if
Yeah,
he
because I.
knew ahead of time, or if he didn't know, if he threw the names out in advance, if he threw them out after the fact.
But but think about it though. I mean, to me, it does. Why would he give three different people three different names? Wonder if one of them really was the doxer. But you got a court. He already had a court case or legal, saying he knew who it was and had legal issues a long time ago before he did this with Lady Nika.
Oh, see, I don't remember
You see
like the
what I'm
time
saying?
frame or the timeline. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
but if you think about it, if he knew who it was, how could he play this? How could he set this play in motion if he didn't know who the doxer was?
Right.
You see what
I,
I'm
I got you. I got you.
You see what I'm saying, Creole?
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think about the Nina situation?
The who?
Nina.
Uh
Lady Nika, she did respond to certain things like the KRN. She responded to the Nina thing. She responded to the TMO. She responded to Yaya. Um, but when it came to the Nina thing, she basically standing on what she said before, how she was live one day and Nina hit the back chat and the camera was on and Lady Nika could see from like the neck or the chest down, and she said she could see her thighs, she could see her arms, she could see her chest, and she said it looked like a black woman. Now, I'm not saying that ain't what Lady Nika saw, but where's the head? How can you be sure to turn on a live and you be sure your face is not going to show and only so far down is going to show? Like, did she have her camera facing all the way down to her breast? And if so, why did she have her camera facing all the way down to her breast? Because Lady Nika didn't ask her to come on the panel to prove you're black. So some people have alleged that she could have been using a picture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy, just like how some people get on here and then they p bomb us with like a picture. So some people think that Nina still used a picture, but what do you think? What do you think? After
well,
hearing Lady Nika again.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know if she, if she, we don't know because only Lady Nika knows. Because from what she said today, Nina didn't even know because she never mentioned it to Nina. But I do know. I remember Pizarro saying, I remember being in the clouds watching one of Pizarro's lives. It's been a long time ago. And she was like, Nina, your camera's on. Nina, turn your camera off. And then I guess Nina turned her camera off and she brought her on up on the panel because everybody was like, why didn't you just bring her up? And she was like, no, I didn't want to do Nina like that. So, if people who believe Lady Nika, and I'm not saying I do or I don't, I'll never know. But um, people who believe Lady Nika, they, obviously, Nina has done this in the past, forgotten to turn her camera off and tried to get on a panel. And it just so happens that neither one, Nika or Pizarro, wanted to sneak and show us what was going on.
I'm just saying, and I'm not saying Lady Nika is lying at all. Like I said earlier, I believe Lady Nika saw what she saw, but it can be very darn well easy to just the same way you got an avatar up there, and the same way you got an avatar up there, you could just have an avatar showing of a picture of a woman on the screen.
But I mean,
Like
you could,
I'm not saying. I just want to make sure people understand. I'm not saying Lady Nika is lying. I'm not saying that,
but
but.
I just think Sassy said that's the way she showed herself before. And I believe that because I think I was in the clouds on that live too when that happened.
So you
Where,
believe she's black?
where
That's.
no, Sassy saying she has revealed herself.
But I'm
In
talking about Nina. From
I
what
don't know,
Lady
but I
Nika
don't.
had to say, do
I
you
think
are
that,
more people believing now that she really is black, even though
well,
some
she
people
just
think
told the
she's white?
story. We'll see though, right? Because we'll see when people do more lives about it, maybe, or we see people in chats talking about it and see what they have to say. Because I know Ronnie Q doesn't believe it.
Oh yeah, Ronnie Q definitely don't believe it.
she she doesn't believe it. But I'm just going to say, as far as the picture, don't you think that Lady Nika, when they would have been able to tell a picture from a real person's actual skin and thighs?
Not if it's a picture of a real person.
I
That's
thought,
like look at Sassy's avatar. Ain't that a real person? That's not a
no,
cartoon character.
yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's actually like it's like the okay. It might not be sassy. We know it's not sassy, but compared to my avatar and compared to your avatar, Sassy's person on her avatar looks more realistic. Like NYW, her picture of her face.
Oh
Anybody can
yeah, you
post
can
any
tell that's
picture. I can
well.
post Oprah Winfrey as my avatar. I mean, if it's a human person, then you know what I'm saying.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, but
anyway,
no, no, no.
I still don't believe
Understand
she's
what you're
black.
saying. I
I
understand what you're saying. I'm,
You can post anything on your avatar. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, you could post anything on your avatar, but I'm just saying when you're coming up and your camera's on, you don't think you would be able to tell a picture from someone's actual living, breathing
But how many?
action?
But
I'm
how
just
many people? And see, where we talk about Nina didn't say anything. How many people be on here and somebody say you don't have an avatar up? It's just a white circle, and people are like, "What? I don't." So there are times where you probably don't even know what image you're showing, and that's a perfect example right there. People be like, "Well, I thought my image was showing." No, you're just a white dot on the screen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm looking forward to what people have to say because I know people's going to be doing commentary on it, and there are a lot of people who do not believe this girl is black, and they will probably take that to the dirt,
It's
to
a
the
gray.
grave.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is. I just wanted to see what everybody thought because again, I believe Nika saw what she saw. I don't believe
I
she's
do too.
lying.
I think she saw something,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if I'm trying to put myself. Well, I don't see well anyway, so never mind.
Right. 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 And Sassy, she could be black. But I mean, it's a big thing in the sector of people constantly saying she's not, and that she's white, and that we're allowing somebody on these panels to talk down to black people and you know degrade black people and say the N word and things like that. And so there are a lot of people who still think that she's white. I'm not trying to make her white. I'm just going by what I've seen and what I heard. And if she's black, she's black, child. If she's black, she's black. I guess unless we get a camera slip, we just gonna have to go off the fact that people say she black, you know. But
Yeah.
anywho.
Yeah.
And it's
I
kind of weird how you.
at this
I'm
point,
gonna just end it right there. I'm just end it right there.
yeah, at this point, I don't care what Nina is. I just think she's rude.
Yeah, I really do that part.
Yeah.
That part. But Tammy said she probably had on long sleeve black shirt. And unless you're see, that's the thing. Unless you're purposely like, would you purposely just come on here, Corio, and show your neck on down? Like that's be too close to almost showing your face, right? If you don't want nobody to see your face. Now, Sassy, she came on here, she purposely showed herself from the chest down or whatever, showed her legs, her feet, stuff like that. She did that purposely. But if you're not purposely trying to do that, then why would you do it? Because Nika was like, oh, well, she didn't ever say anything, and I didn't say anything to her, and we just, she never even knew that she was a like, I don't know. It's a little weird.
And let me
It's a little weird.
retract what I just said. It's not only that she's rude, she's unnecessarily rude. At least when people are beefing, they're beefing. But there's just something about what she says that gets on my nerves. And I know people say you can fight the way you want to fight, but like Miss Cruz has said, why are you jumping on me? And then when you do, why are you talking all up under my clothes and talking about my husband? It's just, let me tell you something. My mom used to get on me all the time because I've never liked odd people. Odd people set my teeth on edge, and I shy away from them. And there's other type of people that I just shy away from because when you're I'm logical. I try to be logical in my thoughts. And with odd people, a lot of times, not all the time, you can't Sophie, no, figure them out or try to stay once, because I like to stay a step or two ahead. And sometimes when you're odd, I can't do that because I can't figure exactly out what's happening. So I tend to stay away from people like that. And Nina is very, very extremely weird and odd to me. And so, and I
I can agree.
yeah, and I don't like the way she carries herself.
But what about when TMO had that conversation with Nina, and she was like, "Did you tell her that you were, did you show yourself to her? Did you?" And it's like, I don't know. It's just, what? I'm gonna just leave it alone.
And can I ask what happened to our Kang's last 2 days of his didn't he only do 4 days out of the 7 or 5? He didn't finish,
Oh
did he?
yeah, I forget, man. You know
I
what?
yeah, and I just saw him too, and I forgot to ask him. Well, life.
Life
So
be life, and I'm gonna need
yeah,
KRN to continue that week of hell. Like, what
right,
happened? Like,
right,
I was looking forward to seeing his follow up videos, to his commentary or his
right.
content. But Happy Life, I do not do pies. Happy Life, I do
Well,
not.
he probably had a whole bunch of meetings with Sassy And that's why.
Ah, happy
And
life. I
that's
do
why.
cakes. I'll do a coconut cake for you with some delicious homemade
Mm,
boiled cream icing. Ooh, wee.
sounds good. That sounds good. And I don't even like coconuts.
Man, I'm really not. I'm not gonna say coconut is. It's not a big. Yeah, I don't like it a lot. But when it's mixed in and blended into certain type of things, it's okay. But I'm telling you, my coconut cakes with that cream cheese frosting, child, like carrot cake. I've never been a big, humongous friend of carrot cake, but I have a certain special kind of way that I make my carrot cakes, and they
Mm-hmm.
are so delicious, so
Mm-hmm.
delicious. So, uh oh, we got somebody in the back, Corio. Let me put up a banner. Oh, it's somebody else gonna say they saw Nina. I already feel it.
Sassy, I said that KRN didn't finish his week of hell, and I said life is life, and he probably had a whole bunch of meetings with you. You guys had a whole bunch of meetings together.
Is it soul sister? Is it soul sister?
Yes, it is, sweetheart.
How you doing?
Hey,
I'm
soul
fine.
sister.
How
Hey.
you ladies doing today?
We doing good. What's going on?
Well, my little comment was about what is his name? Shakim, whatever he is. He speaks more vulgar than Nina could ever speak. And not that I'm for anyone speaking um disrespectful to anybody, but that's who we really should be focusing on is him because he has settled down and said he's C-sector, and
Oh,
it seems
something is
like
wrong with
no.
your. Are you on a headphone? Are you on?
Your
Oh,
sound
Something's
I'm
going
bad.
on
sorry.
with your
Is
sound.
it? Wait a minute. Is that better? Is
Um,
that better?
It was a lot of clicking, and I don't know what was going on.
Okay. Is that better now?
no, it's still doing it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on a moment. Let me put
Okay.
the other ear in.
It's something clicking. It's like
Well, I heard what she said though. She said we should be more focused on Shakim because he says way worse things. But why can't we focus on both? Why does it have to be one at a time?
right.
We can I think we're capable of focusing on both problematic people.
That's just like focusing on Brooke and her baby scam, and focusing on dragons and her
I
butt scam.
know,
Like
right,
we can focus
Sassy?
on two at the same.
I know, Sassy. I know, girl, but what do you do?
I absolutely agree with you. We should be able to do both. But is my sound better?
No,
I
but
hope.
go ahead. No, it's still doing it.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
This
okay. Yeah, go
gentleman.
ahead.
Okay. This gentleman has come into the B sector and claimed him being B sector, and whatever he says to any woman is being dis. Nobody cares. Nobody's saying anything. No, but everybody still have them on their panel.
But
They
we
still
are
invite
saying
them.
things. A lot of people is
Huh?
saying that's why don't nobody really mess with him because a lot of people are saying things and he's only allowed on a few panels.
But he does that regularly, all the time. And the first thing that I heard him say that really made me angry is when he was talking to Rhonda, the lady who had a stroke,
Uh huh.
and he was so vulgar to her for not speaking like he did and being a little slow. And he was just like, I don't care what she has. She needs to get off this panel now. I mean, he was so vulgar to her that I couldn't stomach him. I really couldn't.
Your sound is really. I'm sorry, but your sound so such is really. I don't know what's going on, honey.
I don't either. I was just on here earlier and nothing happened. Anyway, I'm going to drop down.
Okay, well,
That's
I
all I
want
really wanted
you
to say,
when you
sweetheart.
drop down, click the playback, and you can hear what we're hearing. It's really weird.
No, I don't like listening to myself.
Oh, all right.
All right, thanks, lady, for having me. Bye
All
bye.
right. Thank
So,
you for
sister,
showing up.
but I get what she's saying, and um, I didn't see it, but I did hear about what it was really bad what he said to Rhonda, and you know,
You know what, QI? I ain't playing with you today. She said, "Who up there farting?"
I saw that. I saw, but I think he's only relegated to like what one chat in the B sector. Well, yeah, in the B sector now. But I think B sector people still see him if they go over to YouTube cameras because I think he's a mod over there. So, and I know a lot of B sector people hang out over there where in her chat. So, but it's I had something to tell you later. I'll tell you
I
later.
mean, I get where she going too,
I
but
do.
it's like I don't know. I can't even prolong myself on him because it's like
No,
I don't even like discussing him.
no,
Um,
he's disgusting.
he's you know what?
Just so
I
you
just
know, let
yeah.
me just say this one thing then. Soul Sister, you think what he said to Rhonda was bad. He told Lady Snoop that he was going to piss all over her and that he was going to stick his eggplant down her throat and piss down her throat. So not only does he says awful stuff to a lot of women, to just god awful things. But there are just going, for some reason, there's just going to be women, subscribers, and content creators that are just going to give him a pass because they think he's funny. They think he's funny when he does those little skits. And what can you do except for when he comes on a panel, just leave or wait for the replay so you can red ball through him. But usually when he goes on a panel, he stays the whole show.
Yeah, I
So
don't
I
go
don't know.
anywhere where he's at. Excuse me, and that has something to do with the fact that he had even. I was one of the people that he had dragged on his panel over something so minute. So yeah, I don't. If I see him somewhere, I just be like, I'll catch the replay. I ain't trying to see him on the panel, listen
Right.
to him on the panel, anything like that. So that's just me.
I got and
Other
me.
people still accept him and allow him to do what he does on their panels and allow him to be disrespectful of the people over here, even though he so wants to be over here so bad and wants to be accepted so bad over here. It's kind of like the thing that you were saying earlier about Brooke or other people,
And
like they
Brooke,
try
right?
so hard to be accepted in a
Yeah.
certain area, and if it's not working, it's just not
It's
working.
just not working. And a lot of times they think that because they have people in their chat, let me just say this, everyone that's in your chat is not a supporter.
Sassy
Every
always talking about she leaving. Bye, Sassy.
is sassy. But yeah. But what did you think about the Yaya part of it? Of like,
Okay, that's what we was getting to next. Did you
because
hear what that one person said? Not
I
here,
know
but
you
did
don't
you
want to
see?
talk about him anymore, and I get it.
Yeah, I'm over talking about
Well,
him.
Sassy, wait for a minute. You've been here all this time. Give me 5 more minutes.
She always gotta announce her exit, her departure.
Just give us 5 more minutes and listen to this part and comment down in the chat as you see fit. Go ahead. I'm messing with her. Go ahead.
Okay, so it was somebody who had said something in the chat, and Lady Nika had me hollering. It was what was their name? Hold on, I'm pulling it up. But Lady Nika, she was talking about how she still likes Yaya, and basically, I guess she hopes that they can resolve whatever situation they have going on, with her and Yaya. And a lot of people like them together and like them doing commentary together, and it was really nice to see them a lot. Even before Yaya started her own channel. So hold on, where is it? Somebody has here it is. Somebody has said something in the chat. They said it was something smooth. Something smooth said, just say you don't want to mess with her no more. Now I didn't get that comment. Did you see that comment? And did you hear Lady Nika respond?
I did.
She was like something smooth. You are something stupid. She was like, why would you even say something like that? Like everything that Nika said up to that point wasn't anything that I would have took as I ain't trying to fuck with Yaya. So I didn't understand that.
Well,
But
you
anyway,
have
go ahead.
people that don't know how to listen. You know, you have people, grown adults, and really we don't know how old people are behind these avatars and names.
Yeah.
But, you know, everyone, they don't put on their listening ears, or I don't know. They have, I don't know. Let's just leave it at that. Um, I didn't get that either. Um, I felt Lady Nika when she cried. I believe she's hurt by all this. I just have a problem with anybody believing anything Stacey Robertson says. She's always in some bullshit. Back in the Blessed Walking days, she would get blocked, unblocked, blocked, unblocked. Bless would have to stop her show and go, Stacey, what do you mean by that? And have to go off on her a little bit. She was just always problematic. That's where I first encountered her was in not I mean as far as Bless getting on, you know, Bless getting on her and her getting in some bullshit all the time. But I had seen her around in chats for a long time. Um, I just would never believe anything she said. And Stacy and Yaya had a relation. Well, they talked offline. Let me say that behind the scenes. And so I know Lady Nika said that the way Stacy said it, it sounded just like something Yaya would say and how she would say it. But my thing is that if Stacy talked to
Well, hold
Yaya
on
behind,
for the people in the back. What did Stacy say?
hey, Miss Tiva, I don't know because I missed that live, but I did, you know, but I've heard through other channels some of the stuff she was saying. And I think that Lady Nika say it was the part about something like um she didn't fuck with her or she wasn't going over there or something like she didn't fuck with
Yeah.
I'm not I don't want to quote Lady Nika because I don't want to mess it up, but it wasn't anything nice. And but my thing is how long there are a lot of people when I started out in the beef sector watching that people that are absolutely really, kicked it with in their chats and stuff. And some people I didn't like. And through the years, things change. So it depends. To me, it just kind of, if it's true, and like I said, I don't believe nothing Stacy says. But if it say it's true, if it was years ago before Yaya and Lady Nika got to the point where they started talking behind the scenes and getting to know each other and became friends, don't you think that's kind of different? Because you can grow to appreciate someone. I remember my
Exactly.
one
Yeah.
of my best friends in the world when we were in 8th grade. Um, her boyfriend dumped her and he wanted to talk to me, and we weren't friends, right? We hovered around the same people, but we didn't talk. She didn't like me, and so I didn't want him, but after school she wanted to beat me up, and so we had a knockdown drag out fight, and to this day she's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
So
I got
you
similar
know
situations.
yeah, sometimes the way you start out is not the way you end. And so, but like I said, we don't know how long Yaya said this, but I will say this, that one of the reasons why I've always been crazy about Yaya is that Yaya has been the same since the first time I saw her go up on Bree's panel. She's been the same to the same way she is right now. Now, there have been times, and I've talked to Yaya about, how she deals with Nina and different people like that. And she says, I can be cordial. I don't have to like you to be cordial. And so I understood that. But Yaya is the same that I've seen, and I just don't think that she would ever do Lady Nika wrong. I think that Yaya loves her, and I think Lady Nika loves Yaya, and I
Right.
hope they get it back together.
Right. And like you were
Yeah.
saying, I have similar situation. I'm not gonna go into it, but some of my closest friends also I fought with. And when I say fault, I ain't talking about no arguments. I'm talking like you said, knock down, drag out, pulling each other hair in the dirt, fighting, and we best of friends today. So, you know what I'm saying? Kid, they like godparents to kids and all that kind of stuff. But you know how the B sector used to be where everybody had these strong camps.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, because content creators were into it with other content creators, of course, a lot of the subscribers would probably say nasty things about them. But then over the years, people kind of like was like, fuck this shit. We going wherever the fuck we want to go. And now you see people in camps where not saying they switch camps, but they're just everywhere. You know what I mean? And I love it. I absolutely that's how I've been from day one. And I love it. And so a lot of people are really, really cool now who weren't cool before. So when you say yeah, they said she said it. Miss Tiva said she said it. And she admitted to saying it, but Miss Tiva said it was a long time ago, like you said. And I don't think we could blame anybody or judge for something that was said a long time ago before you were cool.
Right. It'd be different if Stacy's ass said, "Oh yeah, this was said 5 months ago." Then okay. But if it was anyway, I know in Ronnie Q's live this evening, people were like, because someone, I know who it was, but she got up on the panel and she was like, well, why don't you give, if somebody says something, one of your girls says something about you, why, wouldn't you call, your girl and tell them, oh, I heard Stacy said this, that, and the other. Let's discuss. And Lady Nika had said on her live she hadn't heard from Yaya, but when it was just Andrea, but she won't mind because she was up on the panel, and there was 500 people in there, so she was just like, you know uh so Yaya, someone in the chat said Yaya has, when's the last time you guys talk. And Yaya said that, I think she said, was it a couple weeks or it was a little while ago. It wasn't a long time, but she said she had called Lady Nika and left a voicemail message, and Lady Nika hasn't called her back.
You know what?
But I
Why
won't say.
y'all went live?
Yeah, she said, and that was another thing she said, because somebody said, do you have anything to say? And she said, I will. So I figured she was going to go live. Yeah.
I did not know Yaya went live. That's how it's been like for a while now. People have been back to their old school B sector roots and ways, and people just been going live after live
Oh,
after
okay.
live.
Miss
So
Tiva
I did
got
not
you
know that
said
she went live,
first.
but I'm definitely going to catch her replay. I like Yaya. I like Lady Nika. One thing that Lady Nika did say, she said she hasn't heard from her, but she said she will never disrespect her or drag her on her channel. And she said, she considered her like her sister. She don't regret mentoring her and helping her, grow her channel and get her
Right,
channel started. And she just
right,
wants the best from her.
right,
Um, but
right.
yeah, she said she's kind of disappointed and upset that she hasn't heard from Yaya.
But
But
I said, yeah,
you
said
know,
called her and left a voicemail, and Lady Nika hasn't got back with her.
That's what Yaya just said on her video.
No, Yaya said that and wrote that in Ronnie Q's chat.
Oh, I wonder when did she come? Well,
Well, Miss P Velocity said something about Thursday, and I'm wondering what third is that when Yaya said she left a voicemail message, and Lady, yeah, she did say that.
is that
Yeah,
what you're
so
saying, Miss Tiva? It was Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, and let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What's the day? Monday, Friday,
Maybe she
Saturday.
don't check her voicemail. Shit, if Nika is like me, by the time I get around to my voicemails, it'd be like 50, 11 voicemails on there.
Yeah, she said Thursday. Yeah, this past Thursday she left a message, and Lady Nika hasn't got back with her.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and watch Yaya, and I'm gonna see what Yaya has to say. I really hate when people who Jay Wilson always say, "Ain't no friends on YouTube," and I still to this day say, "Yes, there can be friends on YouTube." Sometimes shit just happen, and I really hate that because I think her and Lady Nika. Oh my God, somebody said in the chat that they had so much in common. They were good together, and relatable. That was Kimberly Black said they were relatable. I
Lady
really think
Nika
they
said that.
were.
Lady
Yeah.
Nika said that they had stuff in common, and I like both of them too, and I just really I remember one time um Nika was going through some things, and Nika said this that she hadn't been on in a while because she was going through some things, and I remember Yaya texted her something. And I remember Lady Nika was like, "Oh, yeah, thank you so much. You gonna make me cry." And Yaya, she was like, "That's because I love you." And Lady Nika was like, "I love you too." So, and it did not sound fake. You know what I'm saying? It did, it sounded very touching. You could tell that Lady Nika was upset. Yaya felt that, and I just want them to get this, and it's all because of that damn TMO, and that's all I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and she'll come back because she will. She won't have to explain anything. She still won't show those receipts that she's been saying she has. And she'll be jumping on panels acting like nothing's happening. And I bet you she's someplace loving all of this. 'Cause
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
think she was jealous of them, and she wanted to bust up all that anyway because, for like Lady Nika said, you had a position, you just didn't play it. And and for no reason other than she wanted to be Queen Dingaling, as VS says, in that group, and she wasn't. She'd rather mess everything up than just try to fit in where she could. And
And I
it's
agree with that. What Lady Nika was saying. She was like, you came out here, you basically like you were in with a lot of people. But see, you know what? Where a lot of people fuck up, like Lady Nika said, you were too desperate. You too desperate. Like when we come on here as content creators, you got to come on here and do your thug thizzle. And
yeah.
sometimes just leave it where it is. If you happen to be cool with somebody, you cool with somebody. But don't ever like this ain't sixth grade. This ain't high school where we have to be like we have to fit in or we feel some type of way when we go home. Like make your own crew, make your own friends, make your own circle. You don't have to uh be a part of something else. Am I saying I'm trying to make this make sense?
It makes
Like,
sense.
I don't have a clique per se. I'm
Right.
not part of a clique. But I
Right.
have people that I'm cool with. They do their shit. I do my shit. They fuck with people sometimes I don't fuck with. I fuck with people sometimes they don't fuck with. And you don't never see us on here battling about some shit or talking about some shit. Well, you was over there and why you talking in? And like that is so fucking immature and childish to me. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Come on here, do your shit, do your content, and be you.
Well, I think, TMO just, even though I remember someone said on one of her lives She's always been in the with sat with the cool kids and did all this that, and the other. I do not believe that, and I think that that's part of her issue is that she picks out the who she feels are the cool kids, and then she wants to squeeze her way in and sit right by the queen of the clique. And when that doesn't work out and other people start picking on her, she wants the queen to take up for her. And when they don't, she's just had all kinds of problems. She's too entitled and she has too many issues. And she just, some people are just never satisfied.
Yeah.
If they win the lotto for 5 million, they looking at the lotto winner that won 12 and
Shit, I learned long time ago. Being with the in crowd is not always what's up. Y'all know how much trouble I got in coming up.
it's,
Like how much
it's not
trouble
always
I got in. Like
it's not always what it's cracked up to
I
be.
would never come on here and tell y'all all the shit that I used to be involved in when I was growing up because
Yeah,
y'all be
please
looking at me
don't.
like
Please don't.
this
Please
bitch.
don't.
Like I would never. But just please believe me. When I had my youngest son, that was like a turning point of my life where I knew God gave me him for a specific reason, and that was to
Right.
get me out the streets. And I still was in the streets when I had him up to probably when he was 1. But something happened that truly changed my life. And when I got home that night, late in the midnight hour, I kissed the ground I was on. I ran up to the house and kissed my baby and woke him up out his sleep. My brother's looking at me like, bitch, what is you doing? You know how long it took us to get this nigga to sleep? Like, like y'all don't understand. So being a part of a clique or a part of a crew is not always cracked up was good for it. And ever since then, I've learned how to do me, and who fucks with me fucks with me. And y'all be surprised. Like when you do you, the people who gonna fuck with you, and you don't have to go over and beyond
Mm-mm,
to be seen or be heard or be accepted.
mm-mm. And I've learned that for me, um, I've always I'm not two faced. Um, don't ask me if you don't want to know. um i'm I'm just gonna say it, and so people usually either like me or they don't, and I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Because um they're gonna do what they do. It's just like you said, people are gonna do what they do. I try to be nice, to people, but like I said, when you full of shit, I'm gonna tell you full of shit, especially in the B sector when I'm kicking it in the chats. I'm having fun, and if you're gonna be a liar, like say Brooke, I'm gonna be talking shit to you from the chat. You know what I mean? All you can do is block me and keep it moving. That's cool, but you can't worry. You can't. I just couldn't imagine going through life desperate for people to like me, desperate to be in a clique, desperate once again, TMO and Brooke, being in a space where you're not liked and trying to force yourself on people, then getting upset, cussing people out, getting upset, hiding my channel, leaving, coming back,
Lying
leaving,
about pregnancies.
lying about pregnancies, going from click to click to click. This is TMO. Going from click to click to click to click and being kicked out of everywhere. And not
And
one
sector to
time,
sector to sector.
right, not one time have you ever looked in the mirror and self reflected and go, it can't be all of these different camps that I'm getting kicked out of. It can't be my behavior. It has to be all these other 50, 60, 70 people that were in these cliques I was in. It had to be all of them. It's never me. And I don't understand that. At what point do you think, well, maybe there's some things that I do that I need to work on? No one's perfect. And that's the part I don't get. I don't get.
And as a grown ass woman with kids and a whole husband and shit like that, for you to come on here and say, well, they did this and they did that. You mean I can't lie about a baby? But they did this and they did that. Like, oh God, only on YouTube. Oh,
Only on YouTube, girl. But I wish, and I don't mess with people that are needy like that. So see, there, if you're needy, here's the thing. My mother, remember I told you my mother and my grandmother always said, a friend to many is not a friend to any. You know what I'm saying? You got to choose wisely, and you can't make everyone your friend.
how does it go? A friend to many is a friend to no one.
Exactly.
Yep.
You can't be. You're not a friend to any. So you just gotta. I don't understand. I'd rather have a select few that we're tight, tight, tight. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I know you got me. I know you got. I got you. You know I got you, and I can deal with it instead of having 50, 60, 70 different people. I'm exaggerating, and you know what I'm saying. I can't get, and it just, I
Just
don't.
like in real life. I mean, people have to start. Well, then again, some people realize are fucked up. But people have to, like, literally, sometimes you have to not bring your real life on here, but treat YouTube sometimes how you treat people in your real life. Like me and my friends and relatives, we don't go anywhere. If you ain't, if something hit the fan and you ain't down, you can't roll with us.
And even not so much, even shit popping off. But I get what you're saying. But just as something like maybe you need to, something happened in your life and you just need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about hearing it again, or you
And
know.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we only fuck with people that we know we really is something there. It's something there. Like when you go out somewhere, whether it's to a club, whether it's to a bar, whether it's to a party, you have your girls, right? If something happened and something pop off, you know your girl is not gonna run and leave you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying outside of shit popping off, just sometimes you may need to talk to your girl about maybe, something that happened in your life, that you really need to discuss. And you want to have somebody you could just even, not only if some stuff pop off, but somebody that if you tell them something in confidence, you're not going to hear it again. And
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So let's leave the fighting out of it because
because
even though I'm talking
we
about a real
understand.
friend, what I'm
Yeah,
getting to, I'm talking about a real friend. Like some people treat people on here like real friends, and you don't really know them like that. But you trust
right,
them with all type of secrets,
right,
all type of information,
right.
and then 3 months down the line,
Right.
you're being exposed, and then
On
y'all go
Mad
fighting
Day.
and dragging each other like real friends in real life. I don't know nan person that
Mm-mm,
has ever exposed me in my real life, and I am 40 plus
mm-mm,
years old.
mm-mm,
That's
mm-hmm,
why I say you sometimes have to treat these people like real life.
mm-hmm.
Like, just don't just willy go nilly talking to all these people behind the scenes, behind the chats, because it's a lot of lying and scheming when it comes to behind the chat on social,
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes on social media. People are
Mm-hmm.
doing so much to be considered for so little.
Mm-hmm.
And it just baffles me every time I see this same repeated behavior over and over and over again.
Because it's like Lady Nika said, because she basically, we don't know if it'll change later. Because Lady Nika, I know she will forgive someone and deal with them, even if it's grudgingly. She'll like be cordial. I should say she'll be cordial with them. So we don't know. But as far as tonight, she said she told TMO, and I know TMO was up in the clouds. Her and Nina, we good. I'm good on you. I tried. I don't have any more tries left. You go your way and I'll go mine. And I don't blame her. How do
Right.
you satisfy someone who will never be satisfied?
Right. And trust and please believe me, when I'm talking about these people who are so called friends on here, in no
Right.
way am I talking about Lady Nika and Yaya. I think they really
No.
had a true friendship. But what I'm
Yes.
saying is some people on here, they're so willing to
Mm,
belong that they
yes.
will turn over the
Right.
keys to their house to
Right.
anybody and don't really know them. Like
Right. You
it's
know what?
crazy.
What all? Because I know people have asked. I've seen it in chats, or maybe I've been in her live or on a cloud. I don't remember, but somewhere I remember someone asked her, "Why do you talk behind the scenes with so many people, or what do you talk about behind the scenes with so many people?" It was one of the two, and she was just like, a lot of people confide in me, and and I talk to them about different life things, fun things, whatever it is. And one thing I can honestly say is, to my knowledge, I have never heard or been someplace where I've seen Yaya on a panel or in the chat telling someone's personal business. But one of the people that she, talked to behind the scenes was Stacy, and Stacy did her like that. And I bet you she may
Mhm.
though, but I bet you Yaya won't do her like that. Because I'm
Right.
sure it was a give and take conversation. And I'm sure Yaya knows things about Stacy, but I've never heard her say
Right.
anything about Stacy. And Stacy, this is like the second time Stacy's come out and talked about personal things that her and Yaya have said or did.
And I'm sure there's probably some things that Stacy said to her, just like okay, like when Cruiser put out that those voice memos. Cruiser like y'all don't want me to put out what I had to say. Like she didn't put out what she had to say, but like you said, when it's a conversation like that, it ain't usually just one person talking about somebody or saying something about somebody. Like even if you're not being salacious or trying to concoct some bullshit behind the scenes or sabotage people. If you
Hmm.
have somebody that you talk to outside the scenes and y'all talking about, let's say, B-sector shit, and y'all talking about what happened on Lady Nika panel or so, girl, I think that person, oh my God, can you believe she did that? And like, that's like good girlfriend talk and stuff like that. There's a difference between that and trying to sabotage behind the scenes, dox people behind the scenes, set people up behind the scenes, and shit like that. It's a lot of stuff that people be doing behind the scenes with people that you really shouldn't be trusting. And
Yeah,
that's when you look stupid on the forefront months down the line.
yeah.
So you gotta be careful with
But
that.
how do because, in real life, I pay attention. And I think my discernment, that's one of my gifts. And like I remember my friends, here they come, and I could spot somebody they were bringing along with them. And they'd be like, hey, this is my friend. Let's just say Joyce. No, not don't let me say Joyce. Janet. This is my
Don't
Janet.
say Janet either.
Yeah. Well, I don't care about
I'm
Janet.
just playing. I'm
This
just playing.
is right. This is my friend Janet. Janet, this is, Choreo. And I'd speak, nothing wrong with speaking. And they'd be like, and one of my other friends would go, oh shit, I'm like, nah, I don't think, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna go ahead and go on home. And they be like, oh, you always do that. You always, soon as you see somebody, you always say you can tell whether or not you like them. You don't give anybody a chance. And I promise you, as God as my witness, it may be a week later, it may be it may be a year later. That shit blows up in their face, and they come to me going, you know what, you were right. And I'm like, hey, but you know what I'm saying? You got to live and you got to learn. I pay attention. I can see a sorry man walking towards me before he even took, you know what I'm saying? I've always been able to read people, and I always have liked who I liked. And when you know what I'm saying? And just really almost off the rip, Um, I'm not. No, I'm not going to lunch with y'all. You know what? Y'all go have fun. I'm gonna be at the house, and when y'all get through with kicking it with her, come see me, call me. I'll come meet you. But yeah, no, I can't be bothered.
I totally understand what you're saying. I totally understand
Are
what you're
you
saying.
like that too?
I am absolutely like that. And
Mm-hmm.
if I
Mm-hmm.
could be going somewhere and my homegirls be like, you get there and they be like, oh, I got such and such for me. And I'll be like, it might be two of them. And I'm like, okay, what's up? How you doing? The one and the other one, I'm like side eye, like, it's you. You have
Yes.
to feel. You have to feel and use your energy. And sometimes, if you
Yes.
really feel that energy and look into that energy of somebody, you can
Yes.
tell if they somebody you want to fuck with or not, just
Right.
by meeting them, even on the first try. Just like a man,
Right.
like. I don't know about this. The
Right.
words that you said, or the way that you looked at me, or
Right.
it's not giving.
Right. Rodney, don't drop down here with just eyeballs. Please say hi to the hostess. You don't walk in somebody's house and just not say anything. You walk in the door looking around and you don't even speak. That is so rude. But go
What
ahead.
up, Rodney? What you thinking about while you giving us the side eyes? What up, though? And hey,
Mhm.
Storm. Storm said exactly, but y'all be safe. BA Superstar. You know what, BA Superstar?
We talked
When I
about you.
found
Yeah,
out that that was you who paid that money, I was like, oh, not BA Superstar.
BAC, yeah, she's so
Just
cute.
a sweetheart.
Just
Like,
and that's why she don't get that money. Bless her. It's but you know what? And then people wonder why they're not liked, why they can't. You can't do wrong and expect to persevere. Now I know you've
that's
heard.
very
I
true.
know you know that.
Karma's a bitch. I'm telling you,
Okay.
karma's a bitch. I know for a fact that a lot of shit that I used to do back in the day affected probably the first 2/3 of my life.
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
You said the first third.
The first 2/3 of my life, I swear to God, I used to go to bed every night like, God, why me? It was always something going on, fucked up. And I'm like
Right.
crying and praying and crying and praying and whining. And I'm like, what, why? What have I done wrong, Lord? I mean,
Right.
that I used to do that for a long time. And
Right.
then I got to the point
Right.
where I can't remember the last time I went to God and said, why me?
Exactly. Because you he put you through things to learn a lesson. He wants you to, and so if you keep doing the same things, you're not going, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to move
Yep.
forward. You're
Yep.
just not going to move forward. He's going to keep you in that you're going to stay in that same spot, bumping your head,
Yep.
going through the same thing. You may meet 1,000 people, but 998 of those people, you're going to go through the same thing you always have. And
Exactly.
when you're young, you got to learn.
Yeah, I
And
learned a lot when I was young. Boy,
you,
I used to want to be a mentor just because of all the shit I've been through as a young person.
you would
I
have
used
made
to
a
want to be a
great
mentor.
mentor. You would have made a great mentor, I think. Because you're real easygoing, you're easy to talk to, you have a lot of patience. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
superstar, I'm serious. You talking about knucking and bucking in your 30s? Like, I mean, there's a lot of things that I did as a child up into my adulthood. And even it's certain things that I stopped doing after I had children, but it was still with other things that I was just getting involved with sometimes. And one thing about it is what you put out there, like they say, is what you put back. And I'm telling you, I think even after I calmed down and stopped doing certain ratchet ass, ghetto ass hood shit, I think I was still paying the price. Because
Yeah.
it's like, you know how they say you can ask for forgiveness from somebody and they don't have to accept it. I literally think God was like, "You ain't getting off that easy, bitch."
Yeah,
Just because you know
you got,
what I mean,
yeah,
like
you gotta reap what you sow.
you got yeah.
You gotta reap it, girl. He said, no, no, no.
And when I look at people and see people go through all kind of fuck shit all the time, I be thinking to myself, "What are you doing?"
And especially the same thing, because TMO goes through the same thing
Yep.
year after year after year, time after time here on YouTube. People, different groups, same thing. And it's like, but you think it's everybody else?
And
Oh,
if this is happening on social media, just imagine what's happening in your real life.
I'm hoping that
That
it,
is just social media.
yeah,
I
cause
don't know.
you
I don't
know,
know. It's just like, okay, see, when
uh,
they say
oh,
that, when they talk about Malik and Brooke and they talk about Malik and his stance on what was going on, and I think back to the alleged scams that they say she did in other sectors, and then the shit over here, and then the baby shit, then how they said Malik was the one over there cooking. Like I was listening to somebody today and they said, remember how Brooke was always off camera doing shit to the side? And
she
people like,
would.
Brooke, where you at? Brooke, where you at? And she'd be like, here I am, here I am. And
Oh,
you
I'm
know, like,
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I turned it off. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, and I'm like, and now the baby thing, and I'm thinking to myself, if you doing all this type of shit on YouTube, what are you doing in your real life? Like, yo husband was cool. And even though he could say, well, I didn't like it, I asked her why she did it. I was like, well, okay, it's YouTube, whatever. But like he even said, you on YouTube for so many hours a day, and what content are you making? Like when I heard Malik say that shit,
It was real.
yeah, he said because he was telling her to get off of YouTube and she wanted to be on YouTube so bad, but he was like, why? You're supposed to be a content creator and you're not making content.
Oh,
Instead, you're on everybody else's panel.
making them money.
Yeah,
And people don't like you enough, so I know you weren't getting cash apps. So you were just sitting on panels making everybody else money.
exactly.
So why wouldn't they let you up there?
Exactly.
Because then they would let up your enemies, those twins, and then y'all would argue, and it'll be a good show, and people would start cash apping because, you know,
Yep.
I, you know, um, I don't think he could have said anything more real. I'm asking you to choose me over YouTube, and you're basically saying no, and I'm trying to work with you on this. You tell me that, you want to do this dating show just, for clicks and views and to help. I think she said
Uh-oh, your sound cut out. And that's why some people, including me, be like, okay, that was a whole baby play, and we're not supposed to think that this whole relationship with pills is a play as well.
it was a play.
You
Because
know what
what I
I'm
was going to
saying?
say, she said that, she told him it's just a play. So Malik was like, sure, okay, it's just a play. I'll go along with it. But then somewhere, excuse me, along the way, it became, oh, I'm coming to Vegas. We're gonna be staying together. I'm gonna be putting my legs behind my head, and you gonna be doing this, and you gonna be. And I think that Malik was like, wait a minute, y'all, this ain't a
He like, this ain't what I signed up for.
yeah, this ain't what I signed up for. Thank you, Rodney. This ain't what I signed up for. And I think that's when it became a problem. And I get a little lost after this part because then it became we not living in the same house anymore, and we haven't lived together in a while. Then everybody was going to go down and file paperwork, at the divorce court. And, you know, it- I just got lost at that part. But you always said it was a play. You said it was a play from the beginning. And I just couldn't believe that people, even if Malik knew and they agreed it was just going to be for the dating show, I just in my life I've never known anyone to jeopardize their marriage like that, even for a game. Not me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know some upstanding fathers and husbands, and I know some not so upstanding. And neither I can think of any of them from either category that have went along with some bullshit like this.
you do.
Like, are you serious? You online? I'm still your husband. We ain't signed no papers yet, and you up here doing all this and that online? And no, no,
You
no.
never thought that they moved out. Was it you? You said,
Nope, I never thought they moved out
yeah.
or that they were really getting divorced or that she was really messing around with pills or and it really got me when he was flirting with
Pre-
Snoop. And then
Preach.
also when
Oh, my pills.
yeah, see, remember that?
Yes. You know
Uh-huh.
what? I kind of got that after the fact. I never knew exactly what happened in the moment, and I've never gotten the full story, but I heard that Snoop tricked him some kind of way.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep. She had all the messages and everything, and he was telling her, I don't like her. This is just for this, and I'd rather be with you, and da 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 da. He was saying a whole lot. And then Brooke even like forgave him for that stuff and like we're gonna move on. I mean, if you didn't think it was a play, then
How
I'm
do you
like, not you, and I'm not saying specifically you,
No,
but
no, no, I
then when
get
it
it.
finally came out and S. Hutchinson played her, talking about it was a play all along.
But how do oh God, it's just also strange to me.
You see what BA Superstar? She said Bonnie and Clyde and Keeping It Real said those two are definitely strange.
Yeah, I so but yeah, I remember you saying I think they're still living together. I don't even think that they've moved out from one another. And do you know the very next day people were saying that they heard, no, was it you or somebody was saying that they heard one time she was talking when they were supposed to be separated one other time, and they heard him in the background.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't
Yeah, a
me.
lot
But
of
I
people.
can believe it.
Yeah, so it was quite a few people were like they heard him talking in the background, and and they were supposed to be separated. So God bless them. God, if
Yeah,
that's
God
the
bless
way
them.
they want to live their life, it to me, I'd rather hey Linda, I'd rather be by myself.
Same here.
And
What's
a
up,
lot of
Linda?
what do
Mhm.
you think about some people that don't know how to be by themselves? That even if they are miserable,
Child, let me
they
first shout out some of the people in the chat. What up, Fran and Linda members? What up, you guys? How you doing? Keeping it real, Rodney, BA Superstar. Some of y'all already shouted out before, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Kimberly Black, how you doing? Love, Miss Tiva, the beautiful Taylor Made, how you doing? Shout out to another member and Mary, how you doing? Appreciate you guys for joining us this evening. Big Rig slaps. What's up, handsome? How you doing? And my voice got to get really low on
I see. I
that.
don't
Big.
even see him in the chat. He must have blocked me.
He probably gone. That was way up a little way.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, what's up, everybody in the chat? Angie and everybody else who fell in here. Thank you so much for falling in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you have the capabilities, share it out. Okay. But now you asked me a question.
I don't even.
When it comes to being by yourself,
Yeah. Do you
one
think?
thing
Yeah.
when I was younger, the thing was to have a man. It was to have a man.
Mm-hmm.
And some people went to the measures of just having any old raggedy ass man. They just wanted a man. Somebody to say they got a man. Somebody they fucking, they screwing, somebody they going out with to the movies, playing cards with, taking to somebody's house. It didn't matter if he was good or bad.
Right.
And I made bad choices when I was younger
Yeah.
because I wanted to have a man. I wanted to be like other people. Oh my God, I'm single. Something's wrong with me. I need to go get me a man.
Right.
And a lot of times, You have to wait and you have to be patient. And when you have those breaks in between relationships, sit on it, think about it, dwell on it, learn from it, and then move on. But I have friends to this day who can't go without having a man. And it's sad because I've also had friends say, "Man, you be telling me all the time, take a break between, guys, and why am I rushing to the next relationship?" And you keep ending up with the same results because you're not giving yourself enough time. If you can't be happy with yourself, if you can't learn yourself and your likes and dislikes and grow every time you get out of a relationship, then your next relationship probably won't be any better. And some people do not like being alone. And that was really sad as me. It's okay to have friends, but you don't always have to have some man up under your dress. 365. If you break up with somebody, take time out for yourself. Be by yourself for a while
I agree.
before you just jump back into, because some people use another man, and guys too, they use another woman to take away the pain, the hurt, the absence of another person without
Mhm.
giving themselves time to live, breathe, grow. Enjoy your space. Walk around your house naked. You don't have to worry about telling somebody, "Why you leave this here? What
Mhm.
time you coming home? Why you worried about me doing this? I don't feel like cooking today." You just
Mhm.
be by yourself for a while and give
Mhm.
yourself space before you go out there and get back into the sea. It's plenty
Mhm.
of fish. There's always going to be plenty of fish out there.
That's one thing I told my niece. She's one of my nieces. She started freshman year, and I told her, I said, you've been sheltered, but just know there's always going to be men. There's always going to be a cute boy. There's always going to be a cute man with a nice body. Stay on your studies, stay on your grind, because all that other stuff is not as important, because they'll
Exactly.
always be there. There is never going to be a man shortage on earth. Not in our
Yep,
lifetime.
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, she a little boy crazy. So, you try to temper that down. And plus, she's going to school away from home. And, you just hope and you pray. Because I've had two cousins that went off to college and they lasted one semester and they back home pregnant. So, you just hope. You hope for the best, because I wish someone had really sat me down, other than my mom. You know what I'm saying? Because when your mom tell you stuff, you like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I wish someone had sat me down and told me the same. Boys are
Hmm.
gonna always be there.
Exactly.
You know,
And Linda B, you see what she said? Some
no,
people reverse that, but what your mother told you was the right way. It's
yes,
better no man than a piece of man. But I've
that's
heard through the years people say the opposite. It's better a piece of man than no man. And
no. But yeah. So, what do you think is going to happen with? You think Brooke and Malik are just miraculously, after some of this dies down, they'll be like, "Well, we decided to make it work." He,
Oh yeah, Brooke
uh,
had no intention of going down there and filing no divorce papers or meeting him to sign no papers. They either was together all along or they're going to be back together. No way, no way, no way. Because for one, not only was Malik looking bad, but she was looking bad too. Like you got a whole husband hopping around all these chats, hitting links and shit, dropping hints on your game and your play. Then you got this other nigga over here who talking about throwing your legs in the air. Like both of y'all run around here like you just don't care. Like
I can't stand you for that one. Go ahead.
I'm just saying they both were out here looking bad as fuck. And then he talking about I'm down here at the courthouse. You ain't gonna meet me with like the shit was I didn't fall for any of that bullshit. Junkie stunts, thank you, friend. The junkie stunts. I'm like,
I can't stand you for that.
Embarrassing. You talking about
Yeah.
secondhand embarrassment? Like,
Yes. I mean, third, fourth to the 10th power. It was just, I mean, you would just sit. I remember one time Ness had the bomb live. It was the live where Pills was up there. Her and Pills was going at it. Because Shakim had, Shakim and Pills had been on the phone and, and Pills had told him that he was going to dump Brooke and that he really liked Ness. And so they were up there, and he was mad that Shakim had told Ness. Then Brooke popped up. Then Malik popped up. Girl, that live was, I
I
literally
think I remember that live. Yep, yep.
ate some edibles, got some potato chips and some French onion dip,
Oh, that
and
sounds
my
good right
Diet
now.
Dr. Pepper. And I sat there with my mouth open, going, oh my God. Oh my God. And none of them are embarrassed. It was the, I think, out of all the years in the B sector, that right, that Ness's, that particular live, that had to be in the top six. It was just, it was,
Secondhand embarrassment. I don't get it, but some people will do it. I don't know. Some people
it
do
was,
anything for the vine. Remember that shit?
yeah.
What you willing to do for the vine? I do anything
Yeah.
for the vine.
Did you,
Do
I
it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
mean,
Hey.
yeah, it just, that was the most embarrassing, god awful, beautiful, messy live I'd ever seen. One of them on YouTube. I mean, I mean, you had some Rob Rack Tracy shit. I mean, you've had some shit that was more, but
It's
that
me.
there.
Hey, talent. Tid. Hey,
Hey,
talent.
talent.
Hello, Hood Table. Hello, Choreo.
Hi, talent.
Hey,
Uh,
what's up,
I
talent?
I just had a few minutes and I said, you know what? I haven't hit your panel in some time. And I know the talk is all about Nika and uh, what's her name?
Yeah,
We've
Faith
been talking about
Yaya.
Mika and Yaya, and we've been talking about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
several things, but yeah.
Yeah, but the focus. Well, see, the reason why, again, this is like where it gets into women's business, so I stay out of it and just watch from the sidelines as I sit and get entertained. But I will say this for all of the my supporters for the Langstonites. Uh, you got to, I kind of alluded to this a couple of weeks ago. You all thought it just came out of nowhere and it was unfair. But you have to understand this without naming any names. You can like them, you can not like them. But when I tell you something, there's always some truth in it, unless I'm trolling. But when you're dealing with two snakes, they will eventually fight each other, and that's what you're watching now. Just two snakes being snaky, if there's such a word. But I want to talk about Las Vegas, and hopefully you two haven't lost your excitement for what's about to happen in Las Vegas. Hopefully you two are still checked in, or is it like you have fatigue, Vegas fatigue? So much talk about it. I'm just curious.
well, talent.
Oh,
I've gotten lost in the sauce on it. Like, I'm not even sure at this point who's still going, who's not. So I'm,
that's how I feel. Like, is
yeah,
anybody going?
yeah. I just lost. So that kind of made me lose interest, I would say, because I'm not still not sure. I'm not exactly sure what's going on anymore.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that because I hear VS dropped out yesterday, supposedly. But I think this kind of like the core group, which is going to be Lemon Ness, Intrinsic, Honest Row, Sakim. I think that's still in place. Now of course, Jay Wilson and his people, they're no longer going, but they really weren't going to do anything, other than sit up in the Holiday Inn conference room or play bingo or stuff like that. So they really had no value. But I think as long as you have the core in place, you have Cam Talk Too Much who is going, supposedly that 88 woman is going, and then you have, I'm not a part of any of these camps. Keep in mind, but you also have me going, and Chat Rep is going, and I do plan to film during during my time in Vegas. Uh, of course, with people's consent, because we don't do non-consensual filming in my neck of the woods. But I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to put Ronnie Q is going, Cruiser is an 80% chance he's going, and getting to meet people, especially Ronnie Q, Lemon, Ness. It's exciting. It's exciting. Um,
Ronnie
and you,
Q.
yeah, you didn't know Ronnie Q was going?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm being dead serious. Again,
Corey,
this is
Corey, is
yeah,
Ronnie Q going? I thought she said what?
yeah. I thought you. This is old news, right? Yeah, Ronnie Q was going. Remember when she first started? She said, "Hey, I have the power of anonymity on my side. Nobody knows what I look like." Then she was kind of playing. Then eventually she said, "No, I am going." And then, of course, when she found out, I was going to waive my 250 fee to meet me, then she was really locked in. So yeah, so I'm going to meet Ronnie Q and her husband, and Cruiser if she comes out. The grown folks. I'm not
Now
going to
I can
meet.
believe Cruiser. If I believe anybody might show up, it might be Cruiser because Cruiser be everywhere at all the events.
Yeah, yeah, she's on a cruise now from her live. She's on some cruise now. So when she gets back, and that's why I put her at 80%. She gave it like 75% 2 weeks ago. That's going to be tiring her out, her activities on the cruise now, whatever those activities are. But it looks like she's having a good time. And, if she's up for it, then she'll turn around and do a quick turnaround and go to Vegas. So I'm
Well, you see what
excited
Side Eye
about it.
said to you?
What'd you say?
Side Eye said to you, Talent. You said you weren't going to go, but now are you going?
Yeah, that was about a month ago. I changed. I did a complete 180. I think I was overwhelmed by the number of people that were starting to come. It looked like a bunch of Mo3 characters were coming. I just don't want to. I don't even want to be in the same city as Mo3 people, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
But
Because I think they're trying to say, have you changed your mind? Because they said, now are you, or now you are.
yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm locked in. I have my suite, my hotel suite. I'm not staying at my typical hotel because I can get a comp room there, but you know I'm staying somewhere else, a little off the strip, and I'm
But
expecting.
nobody knows what you look like, so you could be like Ronnie Q, just be up filming and doing all kind of content when you see them folks out there.
Well, no, I think the cat's going to be out of the bag because on the first day I'm meeting Ness and Lemon.
Oh,
So
okay.
the cat's going to be out of the bag. People are going to be able to have a verbal description of me. And so I think, and then people, some people are really upset that I'm showing myself because they're saying I can no longer be considered a troll, which is odd, which is really an odd rationale that, once you show yourself, you can't be a troll. But,
Well, how can
you
you be
know,
sure that nobody else is going to post your pictures or on here?
you never know. Like I said, you can't trust anybody, unfortunately, just due to the nature of work, the environment, you can't trust anybody. So of course, someone could be hovering around the corner. Heat could be following. Because there are people who still believe Heat and Ness are still together as a team, not as a couple, but as a content team.
Hmm.
So you never know. You never know what could happen. I could be up to shenanigans too. You never know. You know, uh, that's why I'm saying you have to watch. You have to really watch this and see how it all pans out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not really excited about it per se, but maybe once it happens,
Well,
we'll
Hood, if
see.
VS was still going, would you still have some excitement, or even her involvement you didn't really care about?
I mean, she said she was going, but it was like they weren't like really going to be around other people. So when it first happened, though, it was like all these people were going to be all together and da 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 da. And then it got to the point where it's like, okay, we I don't even want to go through the Sheffy thing, but we saw that happen. Then we saw Jay Wilson. Oh, I'm gonna be, to the rescue for Sheffy and whatever. And then
You didn't answer the
after
question
that,
at the table.
huh?
You ain't answered the question.
Can I get there?
Go ahead.
I'm leading up to. Can I get there?
Go
And
ahead, girl.
so, and then after that, we start finding out that other people's going to be involved. And then VS said she was going and she was going to go down there. My excitement level didn't reach another peak just because she said she was going down there.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like I was like, oh, well, maybe VS is going down. It was more like, oh shit, damn, VS gonna be there, Ness gonna be there. I wonder if them two gonna run into each other, and if anything's gonna happen. And I hope nobody tries to set each other up for something to happen. I was just hoping, it all went okay. But my excitement for the trip has long passed. It
Oh,
don't matter
wow.
who go there now. Like they come out club chat or whatever. They might show up. I'm just waiting to see. That I'm so serious. I done damn near forgot about the damn shit. Like seriously.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. Well, this event has to hurry up and take place, because we don't need that type of fatigue, infecting the entire sector. We need to get it on and popping. Uh, you know, but it is good that everyone has lowered the bars somewhat in terms of what to expect. Because what happened if there are no plays, no surprises? Then there's going to have to really be some focus on really generating some hot content.
Now
Which
trust me,
I'm
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. Like Mary said, if VS was still going, I would definitely watch. I didn't say I ain't watching. I'm just not like out of all the trips that we done had, out of all the events that we done had, this one just has died down. And I think the main reason is because of all the bullshit that came from it already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, right.
you
Well, don't forget you still have Shakim and Roe. You have that that kind of
you really want
bromance.
I'm like over
to know
that
what?
too.
Are
I'm
you over that storyline too? Oh,
Yeah, I'm
wow.
over that storyline too. It's like I wouldn't care if they got butt naked on in front of the Bellagio, jumped in the pool and start doing it. I'm over it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah. So I do see this sentiment being expressed lately in the past couple of days. So I'm worried. Has the excitement kind of like plateaued, and now it's gonna really be going downhill, leading up to the actual event. It's gonna be interesting to see it. Again, I'm not producing any storylines. I'm just here to gamble and be entertained. That's all. But
Well, what can you remind me what I know it's here like what in the next week or so? What are the
it,
dates?
it's
Like
it's
10
next.
days.
Yeah, it's next week. The Not this week, but next weekend, the following weekend.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to be there what is it, 4 days or so? Are you just going to be there to
Uh,
dinner and
Unfortunately, due to privacy concerns,
uh,
I'll be there.
I'm sorry.
And
Okay.
I have a bet. I have a bet. I said if I'm not there, I will give Very Carey $500 via super chat if I'm not there, because so many people are doubting. They said no way I'll show up, and that's one of the reasons why I actually did a 180. And after I had backed out, I said, "Oh, let me jump back in," because there were too many bozos saying he would never meet the likes of Ness and Lemon and all this derogatory stuff about those two, which I didn't like to hear. And then they were also casting doubt on the veracity of my own statements. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So this is more like, hey, some of y'all are really, gone out of your way to disparage me and say I had no intention of going in the first place. So this is me saying, hey, when I get down there, I'm going to let me use a 90s reference. I'm going to pop my collar, you know, and it's gonna be wild. I think it's gonna be a movie, and I'm real excited about it. But anyway, I gotta go. Enjoy your platform as
Well,
always,
hold on, they got a
Oreo. You are
question
the
for you, Talent.
what? What's this?
Fran got a question. She said, Talent, you're not staying outside of your usual accommodations in hopes to run into Sassy, are you?
Sassy's not going.
I didn't think
And
so.
what?
Was gone.
Yeah, and why would I be? Yeah, look, everybody always. I thought we had come to an agreement as a sector. Sassy and I have been, over and done with for over a year. And
Right.
people said, now I know some people have malicious intent and want to bring her up because, they think they're being messy. And I do appreciate somebody trying to be messy. But with me, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to really get a response. It's kind of tiring to have to repeat the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Uh, we had a amicable resolution to our relationship, conscious uncoupling, and that's all it is. There's no hard feelings or anything.
Right.
So I,
I can
I, I know
agree.
we have, yeah, yeah. So it's all good. People just, in the case of that individual who asked the question, they may have been sincere and not trolling. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think Fran is trolling, not Fran. But one more question before you go. Mary said, but there's this they what's it say? Laugh out loud, but they describe everything exactly what you detest in the sector. I think they're trying to say that the people who are going on this trip is a description of everything you detest
well,
in
Well,
this.
hold on. I'm not meeting everybody. I'm meeting, like I said, a select group. I'm not meeting everybody. That's a
Yeah, it's
little too
just
much.
Lemon and Ness. Yeah.
Well, Honest Row.
Oh yeah,
I'm
honest
meeting
bro.
Honest Row, and
Really?
yeah, and
So
Ronnie
that means
Q.
you have to meet and hang out with Shakim?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no,
okay,
no,
good. I was
no,
I
no,
gonna
can't
no.
say,
believe you get
please
to meet
don't.
Ronnie Q. I would love to meet Ronnie Q in person.
I know. So people don't realize, I've met tons of people in my lifetime, celebrities, sports stars. I don't get geeked out about meeting people too much anymore. But people in my real life would be surprised how geeked I am to meet like people from this particular type of sector, which is very toxic. But I'm really stoked to meet the people I'm going to meet, especially Ronnie Q, because she's an
Oh yeah.
LSA legend,
Yeah,
and
he's a legend.
she, yeah, I'm lucky, I'm fortunate. Now
I think her and her husband would
watch
be
her back out at the last minute, and now but the show will still go on because I still have to let everybody know when I say something. Usually you can count on it, unless I'm trolling, and that's the key. It's hard to really hone in on when I'm trolling, but that kind of goes back to how I started this particular segment off when I told you about those two characters that everybody loves or
yeah.
seems to love. Listen to me. I don't say things just to be, like shocking or to be mean spirited. I'm telling you, when I'm telling you about people with jealous spirits in this sector, I can name more names, but I won't. But can name more names, and these are people that you cannot trust under any circumstances. And my advice to everyone, and I've said this from the beginning, as much as you like people in this sector, don't trust anybody. You really have to go by that. I try to preach that daily to people. And then they try, again, this is where trolls will throw back, well, you trusted your ex. And that was after a very, long period of we both vetted each other. And that took many months. So there was a long process in that. And
Yeah, neither one of you two seem like the kind of person who would just jump into a relationship like, and I don't know y'all on a personal level like that.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. Yeah, it takes, and it's not like either one of us was looking for someone and to date in the sector, but as it just it happened. It was a very great period because that was during the pandemic, of course, and I was in a very, uh, I was in a new state, and I really didn't know anybody, and through her and a few other people, was able to get through the pandemic and actually excelled during the pandemic. So, uh, yeah, nothing bad to say about my ex. Great person. Anyway, thank you both for listening and taking the time out to
Well,
hear
thank
Sure.
you
me.
for hitting the panel. It's been a while. We missed you.
I
Yeah.
know, I know, I know. It's just I've been busy. Work gets you real busy. I try to click links. Well, actually, I try to because during that Umar period, I was clicking too many links, and I think I told both of you how. I think I self-identified as a manic subscriber.
Yeah.
You won't see too many people admit that, but part of being emotionally intelligent, you have to be self-critical. You have to be vocally self-critical as
Exactly.
well. And I have no problems to say I was a little out of line. And now it seems like everything now is anticlimactic, and I don't have that same energy anymore, which is good because I'm telling you, man, that was my focus. Even from accepting mod sticks and doing things that are out of my character to get one foot up over that clown uh, code,
Yeah.
and I was just doing too much. And let me tell you this before I go. This is why it's very important if you're going to be in this sector, have a support system around you, because this is where my ex would have like pulled me to, pull me to the side and
Hmm.
said you're doing too much. And of course, I didn't have my focus. I was laser focused on one thing, and I got completely out of character, and but now I got it together. So now it's on to Vegas. But yeah, thanks both for hearing me out. I'm gonna drop down and listen. I'll
Well,
talk
just
to you
remember,
two
whatever
later.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
You don't have
Yeah.
anything to say about my avatar talent?
Who is that in Avatar?
It's been sitting up there the whole time, and you never
Is
said a word.
well because I didn't know who it was.
You heard my voice. Come on,
who is it? Is that you?
Got binoculars on. What the?
oh yeah. Your avatar even has binoculars, and
Wait, is that supposed to be you in the Avatar?
it's supposed
Yeah.
to be. Yeah.
Oh, well, I have no idea. See, when it's like that, I don't know if it's real or not, and I did, I thought maybe you just had a picture up.
Hmm.
I wasn't reading too much into it. It's time for you to put your. You know what? Give me 2 more minutes because I got to say this to the women.
Uh
The
oh.
women in the audience. No, I'm not trying to be funny here, but you got to move away from these filters. I've got people on my social media who are really adopting these filters in all of their photos to the
Hmm.
point where they look like cartoon characters, and
Hmm.
they think they're looking good, and they can't see they were family members, and they got filters on the putting filters on the family members, and it's just crazy because I know some of these people in real life, and I know what they really look like, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, and it's like this delusion that these filters are causing. And
Hmm.
I feel, and then I'm also noticing that these filters are able to lighten skin. And I'm seeing a lot of, women lightening their skin with these filters, which is showing a lot of self hate.
Hmm.
I'm thinking these filters, they got to go because it does make some people look very attractive. It makes some women look very attractive, no doubt. But if that's not what you look like, move away from those filters. I mean, it's because you're going to end up meeting these people. Like let's say if it's a dating site and you're using filters, you're basically catfishing at that
Right.
point.
Right.
And you
I
have
was
to
just
be,
about to say that catfish.
and the men are doing it too. I hear. I don't see too much because I don't let a lot of men on my social media. I just have no use for men. At this stage in my life,
Right.
yeah, I keep a core group of male friends, very small. But today, these men today are just even outside of social media, just trash.
Hmm.
Uh, just their values or lack thereof.
I
It's
agree.
just. And I'm going to say another thing, and I don't want you women to get startled. I know both of you aren't married or in a relation. Well, you may be in a relationship currently, but I will say this. Just over the course of my life, don't trust these married dudes. Don't trust these married dudes, especially the ones that are really like, it appears outwardly that they're on the up and up. Those are the ones you really got to watch out for, because I'm telling you, I can recite stories, but and I guess I shouldn't try to like inject paranoia into people, but also I don't want you to just be out here looking, I mean, looking crazy.
Oh, you ain't
I
gonna catch
think
me out here looking crazy.
I think you said, yeah. Well, I know a lot of women say, well, I don't need to check a phone if I got to do all of that. I sit and be with the person, which is true, but God gave you good sense as well. And
Hmm.
if you have a feeling, see how I go in my relationship. If I feel something is wrong, if I even feel something is amiss, I'll do my due diligence and act accordingly. I'm not just going to say, oh, well, this person is a good person, and I don't need to worry about them. Even the seemingly good ones, check up on them. And I try to instill that into a lot of people that I mentor, and
Right.
yeah, but ladies, don't get too paranoid, but exercise uh, exercise your good judgment. If you feel something is amiss, it very very well may be amiss, and don't feel bad if you have to snoop or do something like that. That's what I
Uh,
will say.
Definitely. Gotcha.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm dropping down. I'll talk to you two later.
Message
Bye.
received.
Bye,
Bye.
talent.
All right, talent.
Well, it's 2 hours and 46
I
minutes.
know. And here comes Charlie. What up, Charlie? We about to be out this piece, though. We about to be out this joint.
Yeah. Yeah. We discussed everything. I think we went over everything.
I know. And I still got to
Everything you
go
want.
back and watch some people.
Yeah, I want to go and watch Yaya. I want to see
Yeah.
what her answer, or just hear what she has to say, what she's talking
Yeah, I'm gonna
about.
have to come back tomorrow,
Yeah.
discuss Yaya tomorrow, and anything else that might happen overnight. But I do appreciate you guys for joining me and Choreo, or Choreo and I today. Now, I want y'all, if the spirit moves y'all and y'all feel like donating to the platform or donating to my co-host, please feel free. Ours is the Hood Table 402. Choreo Lovers is literally her name with a dollar sign in front of it. So $ Choreo Lover is on the screen under her name. So feel free to cash at my host, Choreo Lover, if you want to thank her or support her for her
Oh,
commentary. She doesn't do commentary on her own channel, but Choreo Lover supports the Hood Table all the time. So I know the Choreo in the past. You didn't heard me with my bros and everybody else. Put your cash app on your name. Sislo does it. My bro does it. But Choreo, she got her cash app under her name. So if anybody wants to donate, if the spirit moves you, feel free. Even if you donate just to her, feel free.
oh
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
no, no, no.
No, seriously, no. But you never
Doing
know. You never know who might donate and be like, girl, you had me gagging, or girl, you helped me get it through my work day or my last few shifts, or so yeah, sometimes people will, hit you up in the cash app out the blue sometimes too. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I had a great time. You gave great insight. Like I said, I will no longer say that you call everything a play, because honestly, damn near everything is a play. So you've been right. I bow down to your intelligence and your play recognition. You are the queen of recognizing plays. Uh,
Oh Lord.
you gave great insight. You asked great questions. A lot I didn't have an answer to because like, what do you think? Nina, are people going to believe Nika about Nina being black or not? And, like we agreed, we kind of going to have to wait and see, like by tomorrow or next few days or whatever.
Yeah, we
Um,
just gonna have to wait and see. But a lot of people probably gonna do commentary on, how it goes. For some reason, mornings seem to be a big hit sometimes for people with lives. I mean, the evening still good, a lot of views, with a lot of the bigger content creators and stuff. But for some reason, people like those morning shows. So we might end up hearing about it in the morning as well. So I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's commentary on everything that's been going on, and I'm going to watch Yaya after I get off of here and see what she had to say. Deanna, I came in late to her live, so I'm going to have to go back and red ball to the beginning of her live. But
Me
Deanna, as
too.
always, she had me rolling. I'm like, oh my God.
I told you. Well, yeah. Anyway, yes,
Anyway,
I had a great time. Deanna's crazy. I love it.
she is crazy. I was cracking up. We was texting each other. Did you hear what Deanna just said?
Deanna's crazy. That one post that was in her community wall where she said
Yep.
was something about uh Nessa's legs left first, but her face forgot or something. I was like, how the hell did she think of shit like that?
Hold up. Matter of fact, I'm about to go to it right now because when
Yeah,
I
how
saw
does she
that, I was hollering.
think about stuff like that? It just comes so natural to her. It just off the
It just
dome.
falls off. I don't know if
Off
it's the
the dome.
currency or what. She from the shy and also from the south. So you know what I'm saying? But she said was Ness geeked up when she answered the door. Her legs had turned around to run, but her face stayed. That's
Oh yeah.
she just so funny. I'm like she
Oh yeah. I don't know why, but when I read that, I literally spit out my Dr. Pepper.
And then today she says Ness got an open face closet. I was just like, Deanna, Deanna, I'm done with you for the whole fucking week. I'm
Dear,
done with you for the whole week. Mm-mm.
oh Lord, she's so funny. Oh my God,
Uh-uh.
she could have been a great stand-up
Yes.
comedian, or if she lived in California, I would have loved to seen her test for some parts. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just so natural. It's just, oh my God. Anyway, um,
Yes. Yes. I
I
can
really
definitely see her doing stand up or being a comedian in some
yes,
shows.
yes. So anyway, I appreciate it. It was good talking to Talon. Hadn't talked to him in a long time. I'm a little concerned, but he's a grown man, and I know he'll know exactly how to handle Vegas. But I just, want him to be careful, not as far as physically being in danger and nothing like that, because I don't think anything like that is going to happen. I don't think anything like that was ever going to happen, honestly. But I just mean as far as pictures or things of that nature. And don't they have something called reverse search or
Yeah,
I,
because and I think a lot of people don't, like you said, I'm gonna just reiterate, a lot of people didn't really think somebody was gonna phicically harm someone down
no.
there.
Mm-mm.
But and that was like the gag when people were when Jay, backed out, people like, oh, he's scared. I don't think nobody was literally gonna physically, because you'd be dumb as hell to get in trouble with the law out of town and then in Vegas.
Right.
So yeah, but like you said with the pictures, like if you're a troll and nobody knows what you look like, me personally, I wouldn't ever show myself, like,
And talent
because you
has
you never know. It could be, I ain't trying to say they gonna set him up, but it could be somebody who just find out where they are. Oh my God, I'm gonna get a snapshot. I'm gonna record talent. I'm gonna, and then post him on social media. And it's like,
And talent has things to lose. Let's face it. He has, we don't know what, but I can honestly say in my gut, I feel like talent has, what does Jay Wilson say? People, and I'm not saying this about Ness and Lemon, I'm saying this about the group, everyone that's going, to be honest. People, Jay Wilson says, people that have nothing to lose will make you lose everything. And that's another reason why I didn't think anything would happen, because I know Lemon works, Ness has, her place and things. She's got to get back to her little kitty cat too. But I'm just saying, Lolo has a job. She has to take care of her mom. So I'm just saying, everyone, you just never know, because I know Talon said that, he wasn't particular when he found out a bunch of Mo3 people were going, but who knows if they're not still going. Let's be honest.
that's true. You really don't know who's all going. I mean, look at the vacations where people just showed up. And I don't want to say vacations, but what, a meet and greet, well, it is a vacation, but meet and greets and other camps, other groups just showed up.
Still people in the Mo3 sector that's still, want to pull up on each other and want to fight.
True.
And Queen 88 is known for, she throws hands. So, I'm not saying, I don't know for certain if anyone wants to fight her now. I hope not. And I know Cam can be a little controversial. So you just never know. So you don't know seriously who's going to show up, who's going to pop up. But I don't. But see, Mo3, they're younger. You know what I mean? They're younger. So,
I
they're
just hope
not.
everybody be safe.
Yeah.
I really hope everybody has fun. Ness, Lemon,
Yes.
Lolo,
Yes.
Chevy,
Yes. Oh,
everybody.
is
Roll. If
Chef is
him and
still
Shakim
going?
coming, even though I don't really have it for Shakim, even if him and Rose going, I just hope everybody has fun and
No,
have a
I
great
don't give a
experience.
damn about Shakim. I
I'm
don't give
serious
a
though. I
damn.
mean, as far as like,
Mm.
I don't wish nothing, no bad will on nobody. I might not have it for you, but I don't want to see you harmed in any type of way. That's just not in me. Now, if something do happen for you, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna cry about it or donate to your, but I'm just saying. I just hope everybody has fun. That's it.
Yeah, I don't want him to die or anything, but if he gets down there and he's flat broke, or or his room's not reserved, or he only got a one-way ticket and he needs a ticket home and nobody will give him money, I'm not gonna be mad.
They better call on Chef.
Okay,
What's her name?
somebody.
Chef D. What they call her?
Yeah,
Chef.
Chef D. Lynn.
They better call on Chef D. Lee.
Yeah, somebody. So yeah, but I mean, I want Ness Lemon and their crew, to have a good time, but I don't give one damn about what Shakim has going on, or if he has fun or not. Honestly, I
Yeah. Well,
want
ain't the
I
ain't
want
part of a crew
honest.
though.
Yeah, I want Honest Row to, no matter what Shakim does, I want Honest Roll to be able to roll with it and have a good time.
And it's still a hot boy summer roll.
You know what?
So,
Is that what it's called now?
hot boy summer.
Because he's he's had a hot summer, but it ain't been no boys, and that's all I.
You know what? I'm done with you and Deanna for the
You
rest of the
have
week. Okay?
you have a great evening. Love
Love
you.
you, girl. Love
Thank
you,
you.
girl.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right, good night.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody in the chat. Good night, Charlie, Soul Sister, and those of you who are still in the chat. Mary, Fran. I don't know who's all still in here watching, but shout out to the last 28 in the house tonight who are watching. Make sure you guys like and share the video if you haven't done it already. Please and thank you very much. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to watch our girl Yaya and see what she had to say because her video was called, let me find it real quick. Yaya said it. Okay. All right. So Yaya's video was called, well, I guess it's my turn. So I'm going to put her link in the chat to that video. Okay, so I just put Yaya's link because after Lady Nika went live, Lady Nika responded and spoke on several different topics like KRN and Bree and Yaya and TMO and Nina, and I think that was about it. But who else did she talk about? Brooke? I don't think she talked about Brooke, but she did speak about Yaya and their relationship or their friendship. And towards the end, it did sound like she was getting a little emotional. And somebody had asked her, has she talked to, Yaya? And Nina said, I haven't talked to her. But then somebody said Yaya dropped down in Ronnie Q's chat and said she left her a message Thursday, which was like 5 days ago or so. So, a lot of us is like, hoping the best for their relationship. But sometimes, you can't fix things if it's not meant to be fixed. But I just truly hope that they'll continue to be, I don't know. I know a lot of us on here are very mature enough to be cordial with people, even on platforms with people we don't really care for, maybe fell out with. So hopefully it won't turn out to this horrible, ugly thing between them two. And maybe they might end up cool again. So, I just wish the best for both of them. But Yaya did end up coming live and she did a video called, Well, I Guess It's My Turn. So I'm going to go ahead and watch that and see what Yaya had to say about what's going on, you guys. But again, make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you haven't already subscribed already. Please and thank you very much. And again, if you want to donate to the Cash App, it's $ the Hood Table 402. And Choreo Lover is in the chat if you want to donate to Choreo for being on the platform with me today. Hers is $ and then her name. So $ Choreo Lover. And you said, I'm hopeful that they will fix it. I hope so too. I hope so too. And good night, everyone. Always remember, you guys, as we always say on the way out, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.